There is only one dream, one prize, one YouTube channel to catch all the action on, one moment of glory, to get your name etched with the greatest of all time. We all want it. We all need it. Only one will get it. This is our year. This is our time to live, to fight, to win. Lord Stanley, we are coming for you. Subscribe today and don't miss out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. We are not really outside the Amarant Arena, but we are getting ready for game one of round three. I can't believe we're already here at round number three. Eastern Conference Final, kicking it off tonight. We're back. We made it. We're lock, stock, set, and ready to go. Of course, I can't wait till it gets back over to Florida, but we're going to start in Carolina, and this one is going to be a doozy. What's going on, everybody? Marshall, how's it going? Beverly, what's up? Griff, what's going on? Ulysses, hello there. Stefan, hello, welcome in. Dion, good to see you. Amelia, hello there. Randy, welcome in. Good to see you. Bradley, hello there. Rick, what's up? What's shaking? Welcome in, everybody. Joey, hello. Good to see you and good to see everybody. Nicholas, hope you're doing well. Dallas, what's up? Thomas, welcome in. Who else am I missing here? Stetson, what's going on? Welcome in, everybody. Holy smokes, this game is going to be huge. JJ, what's going on? Len, how's it going? Oh, this is where it is at. Len, how's it going? Welcome in, everybody. Ooh, we forgot to go live over here. Gots to go live everywhere. Sometimes when you're rushing, you forget to hit the buttons, but that's okay. We are set. Parky, what's going on? How's it going? Welcome to the show. Alozo, how's it going? Wow, cannot wait. This is going to be a phenomenal series. The Panthers and the Canes stack up so well against each other. This is going to be a hard hitting, banging, and crashing series with a whole lot of speed and another potential goaltender duo. It's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. What's going on, Thomas? Are we live from the blimp? We're live from the blimp. No, I just like this photo so much of the Amarant Arena. Had to keep it here. I would love to be on a blimp. I think that would be pretty cool. Major, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, so let's jump right into it. Brandon, how's it going? Oh, what happened to your Leaf jersey? It changed colors. It was one of those things that when it gets cold, it changes to red. Oh my goodness. What's going on? We're going to talk about the Leafs in a little bit. Jared, how's it going? Mickey, what's going on? Welcome in. Loso, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, I told you I was waiting to get my hair cut for that Leaf game to end, and we ran out at lunch today to get it chopped off. Gerson, how's it going? Welcome in. All right, let's go over the lineups. Let's break it all down. We will talk about what happened in Game 7 and the aftermath. We will talk about that coming up a little bit later. But let's get into it. For the Panthers tonight, Barkov, Reinhart. They are going to be with starting. We got Verhaeghe with Bennett and Kachuk, Listerinen, Lundell, and Bradley Marchand, and then AJ Greer with Nosek and Godojevic. No real changes from what we've seen over the last couple of weeks. Forsling and Ekblad, Mikkola and Jones, Schmidt and Kulikov, and of course, Bobrovsky back in here. Greeny, how's it going? Welcome in. And welcome in, and I apologize because I'm going to totally butcher that name. Is it Kaljumi? Kaljum, welcome in. Hayden, what's going on? Alan, Fragment, welcome in to you both. Now, for the Hurricanes, a team we haven't seen a lot of, at least here on this channel. Svechnikov with Aho and Seth Jarvis. Oh, I didn't make my Tim Horton picks. Darn it. We got Taylor Hall with Roslovic and Logan Stankoven. Martin Hook with Stahl and Carrier. And then Robinson with Kokanemi and Blake. On the D side, hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody coming in? Christian, how's it going? Welcome in. Joshua Lachlan, welcome in. On the D side, Slavin with Burns. We got Orlov and Walker and Gostisbehere with Morrow, and Freddie Anderson is getting the start. Freddie Anderson has been red hot in these playoffs. So Anderson versus Bob. It is going to be a huge battle of these two netminders tonight. I can't wait. Dassy, what's going on? Welcome in. Cats in 6. Christian, I like where your head is at, and I think it's right around there. I'm also thinking this is going to be a 6-game series. We're getting set. The bell is ringing. The bell is chiming. The horn is going. And then we're going to be getting the action cooking up just a moment. Adam, what's going on? Welcome in. Hills, hello there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, they are on the ice. They are set to go. We went over the lineups real quickly as we are just coming in. But Seth Jarvis leading the way for the Canes with 10 points. Sveshnikov with 8 goals. Aho, 7 assists. Everybody is contributing to this team. For the Cats, Listerainen with 12 points. Sam Bennett with 6 goals. Listerainen, 9 of those 12 being assists. The goaltenders, Bob, 8-4 with a 2.31 goals against, a 9.01 save percentage. Freddie Anderson knocked my socks off. 7-2 with a 1.36 goals against and a 9.37 save percentage. Out of this world incredible. And boy, oh boy, let's switch it over because they're going to get ready. We're going to go over some of the other stats as we go through. So we are ready to rock and roll, and we're going to bring you all the action. So thank you for coming in. As you are coming in, make sure you hit that like button as well. Hit that subscribe. Now, of course, you're going to see the score up top. Right here is going to show you where all the shots are coming from and the goals so we can identify the types of strategies they're using. You guys won't see it, unfortunately, but you guys will. Over here at the elbow space, this in the Sam Bennett room, right here by the elbow. This is going to show you who has possessions and where it's going. Volume issue. Okay, what's the... How about now? Is that better? Is that better? Hopefully that's better. All right, so this is going to show you who has possession, where the puck is moving, and of course, over on the far side, it's going to tell you who's on the ice and what their stat line is. Right now, you can see the goaltenders and their stats. That will update as the players come on the ice. Christian, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Why will the Panthers win? Deputy, the Panthers will win because they are a bang and crash team. They will absolutely punish the Canes, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's going to be a great series. That's why I think they will win, though. Hard hitting, and they can play.
Please rise if you are able. Kindly remove your caps and join us as we honor
Let's get this going
with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Performed this evening by Adam Lee Decker.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets are there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow. Wow. Wow is all we can say. That was an anthem, rock style. Very, very nicely done. All right, no Canadian team in this matchup, so it's just the one anthem. Tomorrow night is going to be the Oilers kicking it off, so we will be live tomorrow as well. But right now, it's the Florida Panthers and the Carolina Hurricanes. Road Warrior, what's going on? Nobody here, right? Right, Road Warrior? Holy, he was pretty good, though. He was pretty good. I thought we were going to get like an Axl Rose rendition there. That was pretty intense. But a great job. Welcome in, everybody. Let me tell you, Sam, JDA, what's up? Welcome in. I am in Canada. I'm just outside of the Toronto area. So just outside the Toronto area, still mourning the loss from the other day. Two of them, actually, the Maple Leafs and, of course, Team Canada. However, Team Canada rebounded and they beat Sweden earlier today. So that was a huge win. And here we go. Round 3 is officially underway as the Cats going to put the puck in the Kane zone. And right away, we get an offside 9 seconds in. Sweet, how's it going? Gordon, what's going on? Welcome in. Dan, hello there. Jeanette, how's it going? Oh, yes, indeedy. Mark, what's going on? Kathleen, hello there. And again, Rob, what's up? Welcome in. Off the draw, Florida going to win this one back. Lundell getting it over to Ekblad. He's going to dump this one in. Curling it around behind the Carolina zone. They're going to look to move it. Carrier trying to get this one up. Long pass. Canes have it broken up, trying to chase it down. Roslovic working here, trying to get away from Lundell. Cats already putting some big pressure. Here comes Orlov, putting this one in the corner. Down around Florida, trying to take this one out. We'll see how defensively they play against this team. Here's a quick shot right in. Bob has to come across the crease. Lister Reining going to pick this one up. He's having a big battle here with Logan Stankoven. Of course, Stankoven coming over in the trade for Rantanen. Wow. Unbelievable. Back and forth. Brian, how's it going? B. Disney, welcome in. This around Kulikov going in the corner. He's going to get absolutely smoked by William Carrier. Huge hit in the corner. Stankoven back up, trying to feed this one. Cats getting some pressure here early. Long outlet pass to Reinhardt. He tries to bring this one in. Picks it up along the board, sending this one down around in the corner. Picked up. Rodriguez turning, throwing it towards the net. That one goes wide. You think we should do both anthems at every game? I do, Stetson. I really do. Emily, how's it going? Vi, what's up? Welcome in. This is going to be cleared out. Panthers backing it up in their own end. Now they start to work forward, hitting that line. Up and over. Little drop pass. Rodriguez setting it in. There's a takedown as Sam Reinhart goes hard into the boards. Aho trying to get here. And the puck is going to be tipped up and at a play. Wow. Good start. Good pace. Both teams flying here early. Holy smokes. Billy, what's going on? Welcome in. And welcome in, everybody. As you are coming in, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for us. Keep it going. Let's go. Ricky, what's up? Welcome in. Gostisbehere gonna haunt you. Yes, he will. Solid player. A lot of real good, talented players in this hockey game. Off the draw, Florida gonna work it up to the blue line. Putting it in the Carolina zone. Anderson comes out to stop it. Now he plays it around the glass and gets this one down the ice. Here comes Aho. 2-1. Carolina passing it across. Great defensive play there by the Florida Panthers to break that one up. Holy smokes. This being dumped down. Dale, how's it going? We're going to talk about the Maple Leafs in a little bit. We're going to talk about the Maple Leafs in just a little bit. And this is going to be an offside call. Now, if you haven't noticed already, YouTube has rolled out a brand new feature on YouTube. If you look up on the top right, depending on where you're watching, the placement might be different, but you'll see a new community button. You will also see some purple crowns with numbers next to it. So Stefan has a crown with number 3. Dion has a crown with number 2. That stands for the community leaders. And Sweet is currently number 1. If you click on that community button, you'll see you're earning experience points. Here's a shot. We'll talk about more of that in a little bit, but check it out. This coming around. Hey, Ben, what's going on? Welcome in. Bobrovsky setting it up behind the net. We're still trying to figure out this new feature, but I'll tell you what I've learned at the next commercial break. Only the top 3 players get crowns. This down in the corner. Nosek trying to get in here, trying to play. Ulysses coming in with the $5 super chat. The experience has the best hair of them all. Thank you so much, Ulysses. I appreciate it. I told them I wanted the Carrie Fraser cut, and this was about as close as they got. Thank you for the 5 spot. Appreciate it. There you go. That's right. Sweet is number 1. So this new feature, this community feature, you earn experience points. And with the experience points, you'll climb the leaderboard. Now, this does reset every game. So every game, it's a new leaderboard. You can see where your positioning is. Off the draw, this coming in the corner. Schmidt is going back to pick it up. Kulikov helping, bumping this one around. Trying to work this one. Kulikov bringing this one back, slowing it down by. I have no control. It's all about your activity. The more you chat, the more experience points you earn. Clayton, how's it going? Welcome in. Big hit at the line. Florida going to take this one away, trying to play this one up. Panthers over the red line, dumping this one down in the corner. And that's right. Yes, Kathleen, super chats do earn you additional experience points as well. Jeff, I did. Thank you so much. Sweet. You're so sweet. Jason, how's it going? Welcome in. This is going to be played out. Carolina back. Jones going to pick this one up. Slushy, what's going on? Just here quietly in the corner. Nobody put Slushy in the corner. JDA, what's going on? Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Mega coming in with that super chat. I hope Florida cracks and loses the series. Mega, it's going to be a big one. It is going to be a big one, but thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Some big hitting going around already, and we know there's a lot of cheap shot artists on this team. We can look to see how they're going to be throwing out some of these jabs again here tonight. Bennett leads the Panthers with 63 hits, second most in the NHL. Wow. Hurricanes going to throw this one down in the corner. Coming in the forecheck, banging and crashing. Carolina trying to get physical. Cat's going to bring it to the line. Now they work this one out. Far side into the Carolina zone. Down around behind the net. Rodriguez trying to get up here. Everybody's trying to get in here. Back, Barkov can't get it. Comes to the point. Long shot. Just wide. Bounces in front. Reinhard can't pick this one up. In the corner, Carolina off the boards is all the way down. And that is going to be an icing call. So to finish that thought on this new community section, it is purely how much you chat works you up for more experience points. A lot of folks tied for that third spot. But the more you chat, the more experience points you earn. Super chats apparently earn experience points as well. Off the draw, Cats to the line. Forsling with a blast. Freddie Anderson going to make the save there. That's a big one. Joseph, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Keep those likes going. Keep those likes coming. Next games are just to soften up Edmonton's opponents. Florida Panthers fan, how's it going? Good to see ya. Oh, boy. Hot start here. Jay Robertson, what's going on? Welcome in. Spencer, hello there. Off the draw. Cat's going to bring it back to the point. Trying to bring this across. That's right. We want to see a battle for the crown. Chris, what's going on? That's right. We got our Carter Verhaeghe on. I'm allowed to cheer for Verhaeghe now. Although he's going to get plastered into the boards. Here's a shot getting knocked down. Bennett comes up with it. Going to drop this one off. Verhaeghe to the front of the net. Pass comes across. He can't connect. Florida going to steal. Here's a hit from Svechnikov. We got a whistle. And our first penalty of the series. It's going to be a call for hooking. Wow. Some you don't see a lot of. There it is. Kathleen moves up to spot number 3. Kathleen moves up to spot number 3. So Bennett getting a little hook in on Slavin. Slavin retaliated, but it's going to be Bennett going to the box. Sam Bennett takes the first penalty of this series. 2 minutes on the board. Oh, Stefan steals spot number 3 back. It's a duel for the third crown. Love it. Off the draw, Carolina wins this one back. Jarvis is going to set it up on the blue line. Tried to feed it to the middle. It was blocked. Gets it back, however. Now puts it into the high slot. Aho turning and shooting. And that's a nice save. There's going to be lots of shots flying in this hockey game. 2 stellar goaltenders that you are going to have to work hard to try and battle through. This crown contest is going to get epic. I hope so, Amelia. I hope so. This coming around, although no Bennett's in the chat. Elbows and cross checks won't help you here. This coming across to the line. Carolina working the perimeter. Back up top to the point. Gostisbehere across with a blast. Bobrovsky is hanging on to it. He's going to take a little bump. And now everybody's going to grab a partner. Everybody grabs a little tie-up as there's a little bit of action in front of the net. Hey, Greeny, I won't say no. But I would suggest, in all seriousness, if you were looking to make a dono of that size, I would highly recommend a PayPal dono versus a actual super chat, purely because of the cut, the way it's taken. Actually, that reminds me, I got to update the pinned message here. Forsling going to bring this one up, trying to bring it across. JDA coming in, buy a Starbucks to refresh yourself. Keep rocking it, JDA. Thank you so much with the super chat. Appreciate it. I'll get a little strawberry watermelon quencher. Those are pretty tasty. This coming in, dumped in. We're going to update our little pinned message here because game on. We are now in action. This across. Trying to battle in here. This coming in front. Quick shot. Let's replace that pinned message. There we go. Now we can get back to the game. This to the line. Gostisbehere putting this down low. Coming around, 40 seconds left in the Carolina power play. Big hit. Then they can't keep it in. This is going to come out. Bruce, how's it going? Welcome in. Back in, Aho. Dumping this one in the corner. Lundell going to take a huge hit. He clears it out. Came right in front. Carolina getting some good opportunities. Jarvis with a hit here. Wow, Carolina's hitting a lot more than I expected from them. Out up top, cross ice pass. Here's a shot. Bobrovsky save, rebound. They're digging at it. And that's going to be held, and Carolina is not taking no gruff. And now Carolina's freaking out. Sebastian Aho is losing his mind as he started mixing it up and gave a little shot to the top of the head of the Panther player. He's going to end up going to the box here. Wow, what a start. So much action. Lots of shots, lots of hits. Unbelievable. Aho just ripped it. Lundell came in with a high shot on Aho, and then he takes a cross check as well. And he takes a slash, and then he comes across with a little hook. And he's going to get called. Aho going for roughing. Don't like this call, ref. Should have sent them both. Should have sent them both. Wow. Really good mark. Really good hockey. Really good hockey. This is what we like to see. 4-on-4 for 15 seconds, and then the Panthers will be on the power play. Modem, how's it going? New York Neil, what's up? Welcome in. We're getting closer. Keep hitting those thumbs ups as you're coming in. And don't forget to hit that subscribe for me. I didn't have time before tonight's stream to get the sub counter up there. Go Cats, who you wearing? You got your Marshy one on, Logan. Oh, I got my Carter Verhaeghe, buddy. Carter Verhaeghe, number 23. And Rob Brindamore giving it to the official here. Off the draw. This one going to be played right back up and out of play. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Drakvia, welcome in. Welcome to the party. Melanie, how's it going? Welcome in. They're going to go to commercial break. I don't even have the commercial break loaded on this one. So they are going to commercial break. And we'll be back with some 4-on-4 action. Holy smokes. What you doing wearing that jersey? Love it. Love it. Listen, I am a big Carter Verhaeghe fan. I gotta support, have to represent. And yeah, mods, you can just keep knocking that out as it comes in. We appreciate it. You got on your Fruit of the Looms. There you go. Doing great. Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome. Hate that jersey. I love this jersey. You know how hard it was to find this jersey in white? It was so hard. And by the way, the white jerseys say Florida across the chest. The red jerseys say Panthers across the chest. A lot of people never picked up on that, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But I tried so hard. I looked at NHL Shop. I looked at my local sports stores. Couldn't find it anywhere. I actually had to go to the Amarant Arena in order to purchase it. So I'm very happy I got it. Darcy, how's it going? Theo, Sam Eagle, what's going on? Welcome in. It's a free second shot at the cup. That's right. I used my 1-up. I used my Super Mario 1-up. The Maple Leafs got knocked out. I said, I'll use my Restore Life. And here we are, team number 2. But of course, we got the Oilers in it, and I want that Oiler-Panther rematch so badly. LP, what's going on? Welcome in. For the Panthers to win the cup. LP, I want them to get there, and I'll be honest with you. I won't hate it if they win, but I want the Oilers. If the Oilers can get past Dallas and it's Oiler-Panthers in a rematch, I want the Oilers to bring it home, bring it north. If it's Dallas-Florida, yes, I want Florida to take it home. I can't stand Panthers. I love that comment. That's awesome. All right, they're coming back from commercial break. Murph, what's going on? Thank you very much. Paul, how's it going? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining us here for game 1 of this, what should be a very exciting series. Weren't you a Leaf fan? Yeah, Jay, I am. Leafs are my number 1 team. Leafs all the way, every day. Leafs are always number 1. Florida's my home away from home, so they're my number 2. When I'm not cheering for Toronto, I'm cheering for Florida. But whenever those 2 teams get together, it's always Toronto number 1. No doubt. All right, off the draw. This is going to be come down the ice. It's going to be an icing call. 5 seconds left of the 4-on-4. I will never cheer for the Panthers. Oh, I've been a Panther fan since when they came into existence with the old Panther leaping forward logo. Love it. First goal, jersey comes off. Prox, what's going on? Welcome in. It is great hockey. Is that why we lost? No. No. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. I thought you cheered for the Jays when not cheering for the JDA. I have a very hard time cheering for the Blue Jays. I'm not going to lie. I would like to see the Jays do a little bit better. Geographic, what's going on? You got all the jerseys. I'm starting to get some others. I have to get an Oilers jersey. I want to get a Kraken jersey. There's a few I want to pick up, but I got to pace myself. Have to pace myself. All right, face off in the Panther zone. They're first on the road power play. They got 1:42 to go on the power play as the 4-on-4 finally came to an end. Yeah, TJ, they sure did. They sure did. Off the draw, Kane's going to throw this to the net. Bobrovsky bobbled it. He's going to hang on to it. We're going to get another one. Get an orange one. You know what, Mega, I'm not sure which one I'm going to get, to be honest with you. I really don't know. I kind of want to get a Zach Hyman jersey. I'm a big Hyman fan. I just don't know which jersey I want to get. This off the draw. Florida, Reinhart behind their own net. Panthers are on a mission to get some revenge. I hope so. Oh, yeah, Darcy, I was a huge love the Expos. I went to one Expo game in Montreal at Olympic Stadium. So cool. This in the corner. Carolina going to clear this out. And by the way, if you went to Olympic Stadium in Montreal, if you were there after the 7th inning, you could get in free. So we went in and catch the end of one game and then went back next day for the game we had tickets for. Here comes Jones. Jones is going to bring this one up over the line. Brad, what's going on? I thought about it, a Thrashers jersey, getting Ilya Kovalchuk. This behind. Kachuk digging for it. Kachuk in there, getting it to the line. Cat's going to hold this one in. Jones putting it right back around to Matty T. Going to play this one up to Reinhart. Back to Kachuk, to Barkov, to Kachuk, to Barkov. Barkey, he's looking, trying to thread the needle, going backhand, scores! Carter Verhaeghe, my boy! Carter Verhaeghe, get those rats ready. Get those rats ready. We're going to be throwing those on the ice. Holy smokes, my boy Carter Verhaeghe with the backhand. And he puts this one in. That makes me happy. Makes me so happy. A nice little backhand right in front. Just a laser over the shoulder of Freddie Anderson. Wow. He is so good. Kevin, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. John, of course. Jen, how's it going? Welcome in. You don't have to spam, Jen, but welcome in. This coming back around. Sam, what's going on? Welcome in from New York. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, Sam, I'm always happy. I'm happy when there's hockey. It doesn't take much. This back down around. Lundell going to pick this one up. He's being checked. It's a power play goal for the Panthers. They're going to turn. Carolina with a shot in the slot. This is going to be broken up by Forsling. Forsling going to work this one through. And this dumped all the way down. Anderson is back to pick it up. Barkov and Kachuk picking up the assist. Onyx, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Here's Florida again, putting it right in front. This is going to be picked up. Here comes Kokanemi. He's going to carry it up. Best name in hockey, one of them. This is going to be chipped out by Mikkola. Turning around is Orlov, putting it back to the center ice area. Florida bringing it right back in. Orlov throwing a hit. Florida trying to steal again. And here comes Carolina. Oh, Carolina. Going to flip this one down in the corner. Trying to come in on the forecheck. Kulikov with a nice hit. No seat gets taken down. But the Panthers clear it out to the red line. Right back in the zone it goes. Kokanemi coming in on the forecheck, watching. He's getting some help here as well. They're going to back away as Jones, long pass, trying to thread the needle. Misses everybody, and Anderson comes out to stop it. Going to play it up. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. Carolina, Blake, fans on the pass. Giving this one away. Carter Verhaeghe going to back this one up. I need my Mr. Anderson sound effect. This is going to be touched and broken up. The Florida Panthers just waking things up. Love it. Love it. What a hot start. A very, very hot start. Getting this one done. Oh, Cottaging, I'm so sorry to hear, my friend. I'm so sorry to hear. I hope you're doing okay. Oh, wow. What a hot start to this game. There it is, Kathleen. Kathleen, you've moved up to number 1. Oh, nope, Stefan just bumped up to number 1. Knocking Kathleen down to number 3. Love it. Look how fast the leaderboards are changing. Stefan, number 1. Sweet, number 2. Kathleen, number 3. It's a brand new feature YouTube has just rolled out. If you see the purple crowns, for the people, you get experience points just for chatting. The more you chat, the more experience points you get. And it does reset. It's a fresh new game, a fresh new mission every single stream. Sure. Yeah, but it's fine. I'll pick at it. You can just leave it here. Thank you. Ooh, the dinners is coming. The dinners is coming. It is 1-0 Florida. 1-0 Florida. They pull it off. Jesse, how's it going? Welcome in, Jesse. Good to see you. I'm okay with Florida losing as they put out the Leafs. Hate to see them lose now. Yeah, let them go all the way, right? Let them go. Noah's Ark, how's it going? Welcome in. Vic, what's good? Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you and welcome in, everybody. Thanks for everybody flowing in. Tony, what's shaking? Remember, keep hitting those thumbs up. Hit those likes. Going to help us out tremendously. We're going to, as soon as they come back, we're going to pick on some, oh, it's a little hot. Maybe I should let that cool down. I want to be number 1. Mega, it's going to take lots of chats. Where are you on the list? Let's take a look. Where's Mega? Mega, you are currently in 6th spot. You've got 75 XP. You're in 6th spot. Kathleen, oh, it's a 3-way tie with Stefan, Sweet, and Kathleen, 150 XP. Now, I don't know how often it's calculated, but it certainly is interesting. Nicholas Abe Kubel of the Buffalo Sabres from your hometown. There you go, Darce. He was a Leaf for a heartbeat. This down around behind the net, trying to bring it out in front. Carolina driving. Kulikov doing a nice job in the corner. Back up top, long shot, getting knocked down. This going to come out. Yeah, Stefan, I have no idea. I have to look up. I didn't see YouTube release notes on this new feature, so I'll have to figure out what it's all about and the frequency of XP points and all that jazz. This down around in the corner. They're going to bring it out. Panthers working it, tipping it, trying to come through the middle. And that's going to be Bernsey with a nice little move to knock that off the stick. Battle just at the Carolina blue line. Kachuk in there digging. Rodriguez still with it. Oh, Kachuk getting all tied up. There is a shoulder, a big shoulder thrown. Here comes Carolina. Aho going to drop this one off. He gets cut off, and the puck is going to go up and at a play. Marchand is a Leaf killer. He has a career at punishing them in the playoffs. Don't mind me.
And that's outstanding in the playoffs. It's hard to win in a team's home building, but in order to be a Stanley Cup champion, you have to figure that out. And here on the road,
We got dinner of champions, a little mac and cheese, although with the green screen, it doesn't really show. A little mac and cheese. It's easier to eat than burritos or ice cream or tacos. No more messy food on stream, but just a little classic mac and cheese. Panthers going to take the draw. Carolina going to win this one. Comes in the slot. Florida going to clear this one. All the way back down the ice. Gostisbehere gives it away. Marchand steals. He has it knocked off his stick. Marshy gets it back. He's going to take a bump, and Carolina flipping it down. It was behind the attacking player, and they got to turn around. Gostisbehere bringing this one up. He's coming. He shoots, and that's deflected up and at a play. Good drive. Oh, mega. Yeah, ketchup on mac and cheese is awesome. It is awesome. That's right. Little craft dinner, Chris. You know it. Little craft dinner. But I didn't want to put, if I put the ketchup on, it was a guarantee it was going to end up in my lap. Das, how's it going? Welcome in. Yes. Thank you very much. Went for the little lunchtime trim. Oh, it's a lot more than a trim. But big shout out to Barber who did it. Off the draw. This coming back. Rosie, what's going on? Dropping in the stars. Appreciate it. This in the corner. Carolina trying to work this one across. Oh, ketchup and mac and cheese is so good. Hot sauce, Tony. If I put hot sauce on, I would miss most of the stream. I cannot take hot sauce. Here's Gostisbehere. That's TMI. Mr. Ravioli, how's it going? Gostisbehere putting it across and a little touch pass. Carolina just missed the back door. Here's another shot. That's going to be blocked into the corner. 8 minutes to go. 1-0 for the Panthers. Carolina is pressing. Yeah, 100%, Kathleen. Even having the cheese is a risk. Forget about Final Destination. It's like Final Destination with food. What's going to end up in your lap? White shirt equals something is dropping. Mark, what's going on? Welcome in. Florida bringing this one. Another shot. They score! Again, the Florida Panthers. The Panthers going to put this one in, and it's going to be, is it Ekblad? Ekblad is going to get the goal, his third, and the Panthers continue their hot streak. Gostisbehere made a sweet move, taking Gadovich down as he blew a tire. His shot is tipped wide as Stankoven couldn't get it. They were pressing, but Florida, Rodriguez steals. He plays this out, and Ekblad goes far side over the glove. Bada boom, bada bing, and the Florida Panthers are up 2-0.
Yeah, baby.
Unbelievable. An NHL high, 47 goals. 35 of 47 scored on the road. The Panthers are outscoring everybody. He-Man's dad, what's going on? Yes, sir. Florida Oilers again. I hope so. I hope so. Here comes Carolina on the move. Going to carry this one up. Aho putting this one across. Diving through. Big shot. Bobrovsky with a nice save as Jarvis coming in. And now Svechnikov is going to have some pushing and shoving.
2 goals now. You need to have 3-4 shifts come over the boards if you're the Hurricanes and get on the attack again. Nice play here by Jarvis, getting the puck around Mikkola and then cutting right into his forehand.
Nice job. Jarvis coming in. Jarvis has been a lightning rod for Carolina. Tied for first with 10 points. JC, what's going on, Jonathan? How you doing? Will you cheer for the Oilers? Yes, I will cheer for the Oilers. I want that cup to come across the border. Here they come. Carolina backing it up. Mega coming in. If you get a Hyman jersey, I will heckle you. Why Mega? Not a Hyman fan? Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it. You're not a Hyman guy. Carolina off the boards. Back down, cut off by Kulikov. This being put in, but it's blown down. The offside. So we're going to get another face-off coming up. Angela, how's it going? Welcome in. I hope the Oilers destroy the Stars. Sweet, I do too. I do too. It's going to be a tough series. Sam drops a Mac halfway through the stream. He gets up. Slips. Right, Stefan? I tell you, I love the Final Destination series. I had one of my high school buddies was in. I think it was number 2. But, man, this new one, I don't know. Off the draw, Panthers going to put this one back in the zone. Trying to chase around on it. I've been chatting, but it's still locked at 75. Yeah, Rob, I'm not sure how often it tabulates. Joshua the Goat, not a fan of the Panthers. Here they come back in. This is chipped in. You don't have to spam, though. I got you. I might be slow, but I got you. This coming back around. Rodriguez going to dump it in. Florida coming in here. Flying shots are 6-5. Panthers scoring 2 goals on 5 shots. Unbelievable. They're pressing again down here in the Carolina zone. Trying to go back to the point. That one is intercepted. Picked up, and Kakinemi getting it out of the zone. Relieves some pressure. But they're bringing it right back. Ship, how's it going? Welcome in. They are a freight train. Day, what's going on? Welcome in. Ekblad going to dump this one in. He's coming across. Trying to put this one, working it. Carolina needs to get it out. Back over. Slavin going to use the boards. And this coming out. Holy smokes. Florida back. Verhage going to chip this one. Trying to get this one out. Martin Hook was up on him real quick. Carolina, long shot going to be kicked to the side. Beverly. Beverly says, I'm buying a crown. Coming in with the 5 spot, Beverly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, Beverly, you are so close. You are up there. You are tied. It's a 4-way tie. Big thunderous hit here behind the net. Bennett going to throw another one. This one was clean. Here comes Carolina, breakaway. Aho goes 5-hole, but he can't put it in. Aho coming so close. 954, what's going on? Welcome in. Trying to get through. Here's a shot, blocked. Florida going to pick it up. They're going to flip this one out. Oh my goodness. All the way down. Carolina getting so close. Long pass is going to be tipped back in the corner. Jarvis going to get in. Over to Sveshnikov. He misses it. Alex, hello there. Welcome in. Bonjour. Hope you're doing well. Trying to bring this one across. Let's go. Day, it looks like it. I mean, they're so dynamite right now. Going to flip this one down in the corner. Behind the net, trying to bring it out front. Carolina working the perimeter. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. And again, can't blame Freddie Anderson for those goals. They were some nice shots. This is going to come out. Cat's pushing it out. Long pass. Carolina intercepts. Off the boards, back down. Bobrovsky comes out of the net, plays this one around. Cat's going to chip it off the glass. Doesn't come out, though. Kept in right on, and Bobrovsky very quickly going to get the glove on it and make the save and hang on to it. Up to 9 shots now, but the best opportunity from Carolina, Aho with the deke. He went to go 5-hole, but it was not strong as a shot. That was crazy. Crazy. Coming up at first intermission, of course, we'll review all the stats in this game, but I do want to take a few minutes and talk about what went on, of course, with the Leaf game, and not so much what went on in the Leaf game, because we know, but a lot of things that are being talked about online, a lot of things that came out in the post-game interviews, so we'll spend a few minutes discussing that at first intermission. You cut your hair for the playoffs. Actually just cut it today at lunch. We left it. I didn't want to cut it before the Leaf game because I would have felt really bad if I cut my hair and they lost. I'm one of those guys where I don't like to change anything. You know, if they're doing well, I don't want to change the universe. But I waited and they lost. I'm like, nope, we're getting it done. It was very, very long overdue. All the golf courses are booked in Toronto. I want to go golfing. Already cottaging. You should be able to get some tee times. You should be able to go to Oakville. Go to Oakville. You want to play a phenomenal course? Go get a tee time over at Glen Abbey. Glen Abbey, such a gorgeous, gorgeous course. Very difficult, but a lot of fun. I've only played it once, and it's amazing. Let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow. Oh, no, I can't. It was too long. Back in the day in high school when we used to play in a band, I had like shoulder length hair. It was very long. Now, no, I have to let it. I have to let it be where it is. Holy smokes. All right, they're coming back from commercial break. Lots of shots being fired through. Both goaltenders are being tested here very, very early. Upside down, what's going on? I hope. Whoa, where did that go? Went too fast. Hope Dallas wins for Dallas Hockey Girl. There you go, upside down. Love it. It's a oh, you went yesterday. How did you shoot, Cottaging? How did you shoot? Leafs break the losing streak once they book my Jeff. That's funny. This is going to be dumped all the way down. Carolina backing it up. Surf Bum, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Chris, how's it going? Does tea time come with those cute little sandwiches? Ah, that's amazing, Kathleen. This in the corner. Here's a big bump. Cat's going to work it along the boards. It comes to the line, and out. Carolina has to race back and pick this one up. 3:16 to go here in this period. Jones a long shot. And a nice save. Sorry, I'm trying to scarf this down as quick as possible without choking.
8-2, and again, the numbers I just gave you, games 3 through 7, those numbers, the goals against and the save percentage are almost exact. Had a couple of shutouts in there.
Good job with the likes. Thank you all so much. Normally we would eat before the stream, but we had an appointment we had to attend this evening. So that's why we were a little later than normal. Normally we would have started much earlier, but here a little bit later and just playing catch up. Sean, how's it going? Welcome in. I don't care to see a movie tonight. No, Stefan, not on my bucket list. This coming around, Carolina back to pick it up. Kicking it out in front. Matt Tkachuk going to keep this one in. Cat sending it around in the corner. All alone by himself. Verhaeghe picks this one up in the corner. Spinning around. Behind the net. Verhaeghe there to help out. Comes to Tkachuk. He's being pushed around by Jarvis. Back to the line. Here's a shot. This deflects just wide. We had enough of that. Kathleen. Nice. Well played. Well played. John, I do like grilled cheese. A little triple decker grilled cheese. Fantastic. Here comes Orlive up to the red line. Going to dump this one in with 2:16 to go now. Trying to play this one back to the line. No, that's out. How do they call that in? Nope, it's out. Listen, it is out. Listerine in a turn. They're going to bring this one up. Over the line. Florida dumping this one in the corner. Back around behind the net. Coming in to press. Burns trying to work this one over. Florida going to hold it in. Schmidt with a long shot. That one bobbles just wide. Freddie had to be careful there. Back in the middle. Slavin. He's being attacked. He works this one quickly. Long pass. Up to Martin Hook. He gets taken down awkwardly into the boards. Gets a little splits action there. Excuse me. It was Kakinemi. And again, the Cats going to bring this one up. Dumping it down in the corner. They're going to peel off for a line change. 1:30 to go here in period number 1. Taking a look. So, Mega, you should see a little community button somewhere on your screen. If you're watching on the computer, I think it's in the top right. Do you remember where it was on the mobile? Florida bringing this one across. If you click on the crown next to someone's name, that should bring up the list. Cottaging, no, what are you, mini golfing? On no planet did you get 2 holes in 1 today. Or yesterday. This coming around. Dumping in the corner. Florida back in here pressing. Alex, that's amazing. Why isn't the X thingy Pete not changing? You know what? Mr. Ben, it's a brand new feature that YouTube just rolled out. So I'm learning about it as you guys are learning about it. I literally just saw it this afternoon. And I have to, YouTube hasn't published any release notes that I've seen on it. Usually they send you an email that says, hey, new feature just rolled out. Haven't seen that yet. So we're all trying to figure it out here together. This in over the line. Svechnikov going to come in. He throws it across, trying to feed it up to Aho. They score! Svechnikov, I think, is going to tip this one in. Everybody huddled around the Panther bench as they're looking at the replay. Will this be called back? They jumped in there very quickly, and it's going to be Aho. And they're jumping up the microphones. They got the little microphones going. Conversations are happening. I think we might get a challenge. I think we're getting a challenge. Let's see the review here. Up over the line. Carolina brings this one in. Oh, off the back foot of Aho. Mark! I'm going to fall off my chair. Mark coming in with the 100, the C note for Mark. Mark, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Mark, I appreciate that beyond. Throwing down the gauntlet, no kidding. Mark is dropping it like it's hot.
Pew, 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 pew.
Shots fired, shots fired. Thank you, Mark. Stick taps. I want every single person in this chat to drop some sticks, some stick taps in here. Holy shnikes is correct. As they review this, Mark says, I want that leaderboard. We'll see how this is calculated. Mark, thank you so much. The call on the ice was a goal. 15 seconds to go. So now they come over to Mr. Paul Maurice and they say, Paulie, what's the deal here? So they are going to challenge it. Now, he did drag his back foot. Now, I don't think you can call that a kicking motion. He definitely dragged his back foot behind him. So, are they challenging it? Nope, no challenge. It's going to be a good goal. They drop the puck. Aho gets his 4th of the playoffs. And there we go. Jarvis and Svechnikov get the assist. 2-1 Florida. We got a hockey game. We got a hockey game. And the horn is going to go. What a period. You've got to be kidding me. Wow, let's break this down. We got lots to talk about. Holy slowness, Batman. Don't fail me now, computer. There we go. Shots on goal. 10 for the Carolina Hurricanes. 7 for the Florida Panthers. Absolutely amazing. Do you guys mind if I take another quick bite here? Let me scarf this down real quick. You can read the stats. Give me one moment. All right. There we go. So I've been like for Hyman. All right. So I'm trying to almost done. 21 hits for Carolina, 18 for Florida. I'm shocked at that. I can't believe. It's a little mac and cheese, just a little craft dinner, a little mac and cheese. Wow, that's awesome. Cottaging, that's awesome. 1 for 1, Florida goes on the power play. Carolina goes 0 for 1. 6-5 the giveaways. Again, that's average, right? That's pretty much what we see. Typical game after game after game. Why am I so far over? There we go. Taking a look, 6 block shots to 5. So again, not bad numbers, but this game is absolutely crazy. Jack, how's it going? Welcome in. Brother needs to eat. That's right. Spam the chew button. That's funny. You can't even hit the like. Hit the like. Crush that like button. There you go. All right. So let's see. I'm going to see if we can find. So I got to find Mark on this list. So Mark's up there. Jumps up to 75 XP. So let me see. Let's see if we can find little YouTube. How do we do this? Say YouTube community XP feature. Let's see if we can find some information on this. All right, so while we're looking this up, here is the deal with Toronto. So obviously, we know what happened. It was bad. It was a bad state of affairs in Toronto the other night. They lose in Game 7 in an ugly fashion. They did not show up. Mark started at 75 XP. All right, it probably just has to update. But I'm going to look it up in a second while we talk. So Toronto comes out bad. Then all of a sudden after the game, all the Florida Panthers start coming out. It started with Paul Maurice saying, oh, they played a hard game. Now, there was one section of the game they did play really well. From the 10-minute mark of the first period to the 20-minute mark. That second half of the first period, they played awesome. Really, really good hockey. And, Ulysses comes in with the 20 spot. Ulysses, thank you so much for the super chat. Get some stick taps in for Ulysses. Can you give Mark a run for it? Onwards to the crown. All right, well, let's find out. We're going to find out how it exactly works. But there you go. All right, thank you, Ulysses. Appreciate it. Stick taps for Ulysses. Stick tap for Mark. You guys are so kind. All the super chats tonight. So Paul Marie says, hey, they played hard. It was much better than the game than what it showed on the scoreboard. Matt Tkachuk comes out and starts saying how there's so much pressure. And Paul Maurice alluded to it as well. But Tkachuk comes out saying so much pressure in Toronto. The fans were terrible, throwing things on the ice, not supporting this team. There's so much hoopla going on outside of the game, in that Toronto, if this team played in a different city with less pressure, they would dominate. And that kind of kickstarted a bunch of people online saying the fans are the problem. Now, we talked about this during the stream, right? We talked about how fans were disrespectful, fans throwing jerseys, throwing drinks, throwing stuff around, threatening physical violence. Like, none of that stuff is needed, right? And to be honest, I don't think those are real fans. I appreciate fans being fed up and sick and tired of the losing, but that's too far. And then all this buzz online about it's the fans' fault. It's the fans' fault. They're putting too much pressure on this team. They're being too disrespectful. So if you're a soccer fan, if you're an NFL fan, there's pressure on all these teams. Every big team in every league faces all kinds of pressure. So I don't buy it. Using it's the fans' fault as an excuse is crazy. Doesn't matter the market. You're supposed to exactly, Potter, exactly. So I don't like it at all. And especially a lot of ex-players coming out as well saying how hard it is to play here. One of the reasons Ryan O'Reilly left Toronto was because of the pressure and how tough the fans were, amongst other things as well. But I don't think it's that. If you listen to the post-game conferences, Coach said it doesn't matter about the pressure outside. The pressure is the pressure in the room. The pressure is how these guys deal with it together. They play for themselves. They don't play for the fans. I mean, they play for the fans, but they're playing to win for that team, for that locker room. And they only play for the pressure they build themselves. Have a right to, and they do. Mark, I agree. They definitely have high expectations, for sure. And I have no, and I hold them to high expectations as well, right? No disrespect to people holding them to high expectations. There's one thing about high expectations. There's another thing about being disrespectful. And, it's kind of like you hear the people say there's that fine line of being confident and being cocky. I think it's the same thing with having high expectations and being disrespectful. We want this team to win. Yes, we're passionate about this team, but we have to support them through thick and thin. And I know it's frustrating and I know it hurts, but this has been the best showing the Leafs have had in a long time. Whatever the reason is they did not show up and play, we don't know. But at the end of the day, Coach said, they had their game plan, and where they really fell apart, which is kind of what we talked about, is their strategy, right? Their game plan. They had it and they fell off of it. They got scrambling. They didn't stick to the plan. And that's something they need to work on and work with big time. You need to stay with your plan. You can't start chasing. You can't start running around. And so they understand, at least Coach understands where the issues were. Now, one thing he said, and I don't want to get into players' injuries and who's battling with what, because everybody at this point in the playoffs is hurt. Everybody is battling with something. Everybody is banged up. Matthews talked about how, he got injured in the preseason this year. And he went away, remember, was it November, beginning of December, he was off for a couple weeks, went to Germany for treatment. Again, he wouldn't say what the issue was. And we talked about it back then, saying, well, if he was that hurt, why didn't they shut him down for the season? Well, because he wanted to play in Four Nations. He should never have played in that tournament. He never should have played a bulk of the season. He should have been resting. Matthews says he will continue treatment and he expects to be 100% in the fall. fantastic. We hope he is. And again, we don't know what that injury is. The big stories coming out of the news conferences and the discussions, of course, is John Tavares and Mitch Marner. John Tavares right away said, yep, I want to be here. I want to be back. I want to play for this team. They talked about how he's already been meeting with Brad Treliving. They've had some very, very good conversations, and he's expecting and very confident he will return. Now, whether that means it's going to be at $5 million, $6 million, $7 million, we don't know. But he is very, very sure he will be back. Mitch Marner, on the other hand, took the complete opposite approach, saying, I loved my time in Toronto. I loved playing this jersey. Not I loved playing for it. Everything was I loved, past tense. Mitch Marner, when asked about his future, didn't say he's had any conversations like John Tavares. All he said is, I have to talk to my wife. We have to make our decisions about the future. The way Mitch Marner was speaking in that presser, in the body language, there was an ISO cam on Marner. At the end of that game, he had his head down. He kind of hopped over the boards, looking around. You kind of had this feeling like he's not coming back. And listening to him talk about, I have to talk to my wife, he just kept saying the same thing over and over. It was like his agent gave him 2 lines to repeat. So listen, I hope that Mitch Marner does what's best for him and his family. When you're talking about $11 million, $13 million, at that level, what's the difference of $2 million? It's not going to make the difference to Mitch Marner and his lifestyle. Now, I hope, their conversation is, listen, there's a lot of pressure playing in Toronto. I want to stay and play with Matthews. I want to stay and play with these guys. We want to be here. But, how much can they take? Are they going to say, let's go to Pittsburgh and go back with Dubas? Is he going to say, let me get that $14 million? Which, by the way, if anybody pays Mitch Marner $14 million, you're crazy. We know, yes, he got 100 points. There's no way he's worth more than Mikko Rantanen at this point. No way he's worth more than Draisaitl. I don't think he's worth more than Matthews. I'd be happy giving him Nylander money, 11.5. You want to stay in Toronto? We'll give you 11.5. But a lot of people don't want him here anymore. He had some decent playoff games, and I don't want him to be the scapegoat. We actually talked about up front. We talked about the beginning of the playoffs, how Mitch Marner has always been the fall guy. And when you looked at his numbers, he was about a point per game. He had a number of hits. He was going in the corners this year. He was playing well. Yes, he still made some bad blind passes, but everybody on this team made some bad plays. So I honestly don't think that we're going to see Mitch Marner back here. And you know what? Would I be okay with that? Yes, I think I would be okay with that. I think part of that transition means getting some new players in, using that potential 11, 12, $13 million to bring in some new blood. I'm okay with that. The internet is buzzing saying Sam Bennett and Brad Marchand are coming to Toronto. No, don't count your chickens before they hatch. If Florida continues to play the way they're doing, I would not be surprised if Brad Marchand stays in Florida. Sam Bennett, same thing. I would not be surprised if he stays in Florida. Florida has some decisions to make with Sam Bennett and Brad Marchand being 2 of their big unrestricted free agents. It wouldn't shock me if they find a way to keep them. Aaron Ekblad also going to be a free agent. So there's some decisions Panthers have to make. But does Toronto have money if they wanted to sign them? They do. But I love how everybody immediately jumps to say Marner is gone, Bennett and Marchand coming to Toronto. Don't think that's going to happen. I really, really don't. But we'll see. The offseason is going to be real interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we just have to remember, it's a game. It's a sport. This is hockey. We love it. Things change. Teams change. Loyalty today is not like loyalty used to be back in the day. People are going to come and go. Teams are going to change. Would I like to keep a 100-point player? Absolutely. 100-point players are not easy to come by every single day. But we'll have to wait and see. Do y'all think Florida's going to win? Bernadette, they're going to come very, very close. All right, that's my rant. Let me pull up this YouTube community thing. Let's see. Here's a breakdown of YouTube. This is through, this is an AI overview, so take it for what it's worth. Designed to dedicate, oh no, that's not what we want. That's, they include features like posts. Nope, what? No, that is not the same feature. That's communities like community posts. Let's see, YouTube XP feature. I'm trying to find out how this thing properly works for you. Nope. Can somebody, is there no Google articles? Who says you can't watch YouTube, blah, blah, blah. A lot of browsers have, nope. We're not talking about Windows XP here. Come on, this is nuts. There's like nothing out here right now. This is crazy. YouTube XP community. Let's see if this comes up. Nope, all it comes back is that. When I clicked on it originally, what it said to me is here. Community leaderboard in XP. What is the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in the live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how to get them. Send live chat messages, send super chats and super stickers. That's all it says. Let's click help. There's a button for help. Let's click help as we dive into this new leaderboard feature. Viewers engage with the stream. Notice a crown, the chat community points, blah, 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 blah. Clicking on this icon. Leaderboard, top 50 engaged, top 3 get a special badge. Okay, let's see. You can opt out of the leaderboard if you want. Opting out is an option. Triton coming in with the 5 spot. Leaf deserter. Thank you, Triton. I appreciate you. Luke, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, Luke, big egos for sure. There are big egos. Okay, how is it visible? Is there anything I can do with experience points? Top 3, blah, blah, blah. How much is each eligible action worth? Experience points are automatically calculated when they send a live chat or super chat or gifts. Okay, so that doesn't help. Is there a limit to the number of points that can be earned? Okay, here it is. It says there is a cap on the number of points that can be earned from live chat messages. Also, depending on the user's country region, the daily and weekly purchase limit will vary. In general, you can spend up to 500 USD per day and up to 2,000 USD per week or local equivalent combined on gifts powered by jewels. What are jewels? What are jewels? Super chats and super stickers. Great. Now there's a thing called jewels. We don't know anything about jewels, but it doesn't say. What I'm trying to find is how it's calculated, and it doesn't look like it says. This is an experimental feature that is currently being rolled out to a select group. Hey, there we go. We're a select group. Jacob B, what's going on? So it's only being rolled out to a select group. Learn more about rollouts. Yeah, so there isn't really a rule. There isn't a list here that says how it's calculated. So we'll keep trying to dig. Each man, sweet. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right, let's go. We're all learning together. We're all learning together. How do I opt out of this YouTube data grab? So you should see if you click on it, if in your setting, you have to go to your settings. Hang on, let me pull up that help, and I will tell you. Let's see. We got to go back to the help center. Funny how we get these new features and like zero information. So to opt out, which device are you watching on? We'll have to go through all the standard IT questions. If you're watching on an Android phone, sign into the YouTube app, go to your settings, then live chat. In the live chat section, you can toggle it off. So you have to go to the U tab and select settings if you're on Android. Actually, it's the same on everything. So you got to go into your settings and click your live chat settings. All right. So now that we've tried to figure this one out, how do we suddenly get over 25,000 points? So Mark, your points, the other point game that we play, you get points for super chats there. So as well. So you got big points on that game as well. All right, let's get set for second period action as we try and figure out all these new features and functionality. But you're right, it hasn't updated in quite some time here. So at least you got big points on that side. Again, exclamation mark points will show you what you have. You think rope? I think Florida's going to take this one. I really do. Marchand replaces Brock Nelson. That it'll be interesting. That would be interesting. All right, here we go. Period is back in action. Second period is on. Thanks for sticking with us as we figured this one out as we go through. But yeah, it looks like it's capped at 150 experience points. Looks like everybody's hitting that marker. This coming around back in the corner. We'll see how it continues to play out. Brett Burns going to carry this one ahead. Going to dump this one. Blocked at the line. Burns going to put it back in the other side. Quick shot down around. Far end of the ice. Carolina in the Florida zone trying to dig this in front. That's an interesting stat. First time in these playoffs, Freddie Anderson has given up 2 goals. Rob, not sure. Not sure. Here's a quick shot. Again, this is a experimental feature YouTube has just rolled out. Mark, it was a decent size. This is a little size. This coming back down. Florida going to bring it around. Marchand with this now. But we'll ask our crack research team here to continue to look into this help feature. Marchand going to put this one around the boards up top, and it's going to be tipped out of play, and we're going to get a whistle. It's his 4th bowl. No, I am hungry, but not 4 bowls hungry. For YouTube, that's right. I wonder if I can bring up the creator help while streaming. Oh. Anyways, thank you all for hanging out tonight. Apologies for finishing my food. Chris, how's it going? Have better refs for next year. This coming around back to the line. Panthers can't slow it down. Comes all the way down. It's going to be blown for icing. This is a bad icing called. Ekblad went for it and it bobbled between his legs and missed it. Rhonda, how's it going? Welcome in. Again, thanks everybody. The XP is going up. I'd love to see. Looks like everybody's getting up to that 150 markers. Some folks up to 100 now. Off the draw. Going to bring this back. Forsling throwing it towards the net. Bennett, little backhand. That's going to go high and just over. Wow. I'm doing well. Thank you, Chris. This is going to be played back around. Florida trying to control. They can't. Carolina misses it. Now it comes over to Bennett. Bennett backing up. Daniel, what's going on? Welcome in. Forsling going to dump this one in around the corner. Florida keeping this one in. Long shot is going to be scooped up by Anderson. Leaf should side Sam for next year. 4th liner. 4th liner. You want me to go against the grinders, Spencer? I'd take 1 hit and be out for the count. Greg, how's it going? Oh, King of the Hill. Love King of the Hill. Haven't watched that in forever. Definitely need to watch some old episodes again. I'm making fries to start your taco bowl poutine. Kathleen, now we're talking a little taco poutine. That's awesome. Getting that little action going. Love a little droids. Yeah, Mr. Ben, I'm not sure. Nothing I can see shows LP outstanding. That's funny. Greg, it really is. It really is. 17:44 to go here in this period. Pacioretty might retire. Joshua, that would be okay. It's 2-1 Florida. 2-1 Florida. Carolina just coming into the Florida zone. A little shot deflected just wide. Side of the net. Kane's trying to pick this one up. They're getting bumped around. Now they're going to move it through. Chip back in. Cats over to Barkov. Barkov, cross ice to Kulikov. Kulikov in the middle for Schmidt. Back to Kulikov. His shot. A nice save here by Freddie Anderson. Carolina plays this down the ice. Panthers back with it. Taking a look. Trying to work this across. Bringing it up. And the Canes taking it and putting it right back in. Big Jordan Stahl. Going to put this one in. Rodriguez behind his back. Couldn't see it. Still kind of tripping around it. And the Canes going to back it up in their own zone. Very low shooting game right now. Carolina going to chip this one in. They're going to give opportunity. Blake with a shot. That's going to go high and wide. And they're going to come all the way back. Carolina hasn't hit the net yet in this period. Here's a long pass. Blake bringing it in. It's going to be turned over. Thank you so much, Bangkok Vice, for hitting that subscribe. Welcome in. Here comes Florida. Up over the line. Nosek to Mikkola. Mikkola to Greer. He scores. Holy smokes. These guys are flying. The Panthers rushing. They are just crushing. Kemple, how's it going? Leafs fan wishes Panthers to prevail. Panthers are pushing. They are looking mighty huge right now. A great sweeping pass. Nosek to Mikkola. Mikkola swinging this one over to Greer. Greer goes upstairs over the leg of Freddie Anderson. Freddie Anderson giving up 3 now. Holy smokes. Did not have Greer on the card. But that's Greer's second goal. Second goal of these playoffs. Mikkola is racking up the points. Unbelievable. Mark says, let's get the wave going. What Mark says, Mark gets. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Hey, put those hands up. Get the virtual hands flying around. As it's going to be an icing call on the Cats. Going to come all the way back down. Who you got? 100 Toronto Maple Leafs versus 1 Florida Panther. It depends on are we taking a game 7 situation or a game 1 situation? There it is. The hands coming in the virtual stadium. Love it. Nothing beats the virtual wave. Off the draw, Walker. Quick shot. Going to put this one wide. Yeah, Greg, they were in it. They should have. Would have been a whole different ball game. This back around, Marchand doing a nice game. Traveling alien. What's going on? Panthers could repeat. They could. I really hope it's a Panthers-Oilers final again. I think it'll be very different than it was last year. Bejeweled, how's it going? Panthers, Canes stream, and everybody still has Canada, Canadian food, and Leafs on their minds. We got to represent the Canadian end of it somehow. And that's going to go off the leg and up and out of play. A lot of Canadians in the game. Leafs should have traded for Marchand. You know, it's funny. There was actually a clip that was released of the Boston War Room and how the trade was made. And it kind of like came at a left field. It caught everybody in that room off guard. But it's not every day you trade a player like that. I mean, I know things were breaking down with him in Boston, and very, very strange the way it happened. If the Leafs get Marchand, will you buy a jersey? Noah's Ark. Oh, I can't answer that question. I don't think I could. Listen, if Fanatics gifted me a Marchand jersey, would I wear it? Yes. But I don't think I could buy one. This coming all the way down, going to be turned around. Here's Barkov. Barkov dumping this one down. Yeah, everybody loves to hate him. You would buy one, Greg? I know what I was in Florida when he got traded. Here's a blast by Ekblad. The first game, and he wasn't even playing, but the first game after he got traded to the team, a lot of people were already wearing Marchand jerseys. They were selling a ton of them. In the corner, and that's going to be held by Freddie Anderson. Just about 5 and a bit gone here in the second period. The Panthers pressing again. Triton, I may, depending on the situation. I have nothing really against Tampa Bay. They're a team that is. There were a lot of personalities on that team that really bothered me. We'll leave it at that. I buy a Maple Leafs jersey when you can just hang out after home playoff games and collect them. Exactly, Tony. Exactly. I got marching 100 BS jersey for my son, and then they cooking. I've been there before. I can't tell you how many Leaf jerseys I bought where guys have been traded very shortly thereafter. That's the worst. This coming all the way down, no icing. The ref yells back to pick this one up. Jones going to carry it around, can't clear. Quick shot. Bobrovsky going to steer this one to the corner. Little bump coming in. Florida going to pick it up, cutting towards the middle. Dangerous cut. There's a little trip. Ref's letting it go. Jones giving the death stare over. Freddie makes the save. Going to play this one all the way up. Hops over the stick of Seth Jarvis, and that's going to end up being an icing call. Wow. They came in close. They were playing in here hard. Real hard. Carolina going for the breakaway pass. Just couldn't connect. Basham, how's it going? I would be friends with Marchand. Listen, I'm sure he's a great guy. I will tell you, some of the interviews he's had with Biz have been hysterical. Hysterical. Here's a long shot. That's going wide. Noah Zark coming in 29 months as a member. Go, Cats, go. Thank you, Noah. Appreciate it. And all your support. They're going to a commercial break as the Cats coming out to dominate. Best Leaf jersey of Max Domi. Now, I assume, do you sweet Max or Ty? Which one do you go with? It's funny, if you trade hockey cards, you might know my... There you go. That's right. Got new Kyle Bear boots last week. Great fit. Why did Rod Brindamore yell at the ref? They must be doing Kane's dirty too. It actually hasn't been nearly as bad as it was in the Toronto series, which is pretty funny. It's definitely some physical play. Definitely. And actually, Carolina is out hitting them right now, 27-22. At least Domi played in Game 7. He was one of the few. Give Domi credit. I give, even though Wall gave up a lot, I don't blame him. But I certainly also think Matty Nyes played. Matthew Nyes should not have been on the ice. He should not have played in that hockey game. He was really hurt, and he came and he gave it his all. So there are a couple of guys we won't give a hard time to, but there's probably more guys we will give a hard time to. Like that play of William Nylander where he skates right by the puck, heading off to the bench, just flies by everybody. It's like, what are you doing? It was pretty, Dave. It was. I thought he kind of dragged that back foot, but they say it wasn't a kick. It was a redirect. He should, yeah, great. I agree. Listen, we in the first round, in first and second round, by a lot of teams, a lot of elbows, a lot of cross checks to the head, very, very dirty plays. And Stolarz even felt, he said he was fine after the puck to the face, but it wasn't until he got hit by Bennett where he started to feel the symptoms. But he says it wasn't Bennett's fault. It was just kind of rocking a hard play situation. I disagree. I know Stolarz and Bennett are buddies, but sometimes it's okay to call that out. Say, listen, you gave me a shot. Exactly, Bejeweled. Exactly. This coming all the way down the ice. Back in play after the commercial break. Carolina in the Panthers zone, trying to dig this one free. Robinson going in. Big board battle. Side of the net. Schmidt going to pull this one aside. He's going to turn up ice. Long cross ice pass. Kulikov going to knock it down. One thing I will say about the Panthers is their D are jumping up in every single play. They are strong in their own zone, and they're strong in the offensive zone. No seat goes down, blows a tire. Now he's back up, going to bring it around behind the net. Listerainen trying to push this one free. Carolina working in the side, comes loose, but Forsling is there. Forsling going to take this one away. Rabbit Punch will skating by, no big deal. Yeah, no biggie. Listen, he did it to Brad Marchand, and they became teammates, so maybe now he did it to Stolarz. Maybe he will be teammates. Jojo, how's it going? Welcome in. This around in the corner. Forsling holding it at the point. He puts this one off the boards. Bounces over to Bradley. Marchand going to take it. He turns and shoots. That's going to get knocked down. Brad again going to wheel and deal. He shoots again. It's blocked in front. Nice job here by Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall trying to help. Mr. Cena, how's it going? You should acquire Boldy, Kempe, Trocheck. Oh, I've seen a very, very good picks. I'm a big Trocheck fan. Boldy I like as well. Really good picks. And Kempe, I'd be shocked if Kempe leaves LA. Bejeweled, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Here they come again. Another shot. Big stop. Bobrovsky getting a pad on that one. Holy, just closing that door. Best hockey. Oh, Dust. Strange Brew. Phenomenal. Love that movie. So good. Talk about Canadian. Is there anything more Canadian than Strange Brew? And if you don't know Strange Brew, you got to Google it. Greg, how's it going? Florida in 4 straight. Wow. Not giving the Canes a chance. Putting this one across. Over to Walker. Walker throws it up the middle. That's going to be blocked. It's in the Panthers' equipment. And a little cross check, and that's going to be blown down as Listerainen had it go into his equipment. Oh, Kevin bringing up the duck, the slow motion duck. You know the computer's struggling when it brings up the slow motion duck. Take off, eh? Such a good movie. Oh my goodness, I love Strange Brew so much. Slapshot. Slapshot was good too. I kind of like Mystery Alaska. Mystery Alaska is one of my favorites. Quite enjoy that one a lot. There's some good ones out there. Do you think I should get rid? Nah, John. Listen. Just because the player might get traded and had a bad couple of games, I would keep it. I would certainly keep it. Casey, what's going on? Strange Brew and 3B. Amazing. This bringing it around. Carolina in the corner. Still wheeling and dealing. Trying to get it out. Big hits. Barkov. He can't control. Rodriguez throwing it to the line. This comes out. Carolina going to race. Schmidt is up on him. Carolina races all the way back. And again, it's the Florida D who are jumping the gun and leading the rush. Amazing. The strangest of brews. Dahl with a little collision here in the corner. Mikkola playing it over to Schmidt. Schmidt going to work it around. Nope, that one gets picked off. Jordan Stahl coming over here in the corner. Jarvis trying to kick this one free. Carolina winning a board battle, comes into the slot, but nobody is there. It's on Tubi. Oh, thank you. I will have to check that out. I haven't watched it in a long time. I have the DVD. We're getting a penalty as a Florida Panther goes down on the ice. The referee's arm shoots up in the air, and we are getting a penalty. And it's Schmidt. Schmidt took the stick in the face. He's checking for blood. Let's see the replay here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Svechnikov just reached around him and tried to lift the stick and just came up and caught him right in the beak. So 2 minutes on the board for the penalty as Svechnikov goes to the box. Wow. No, Greg, surprisingly not. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Goon was pretty good too. I wasn't a huge fan of the second one. The first one was quite enjoyable. Quite enjoyable. And actually, one of my buddies was in Goon. The French goaltender, who was absolutely hysterical. I was a buddy of mine from back in the day. The Carolina have too many days off. Not necessary. How's it going? Seems like it. Back to the line. Jones going to put this one across. Taking a look. Working through. Bejeweled. It might have been a little embellishment on the go down, but he definitely caught him in the face. Oh, Greg, I forgot about Youngblood. Youngblood is outstanding. Outstanding. What a huge cast. The cast of Youngblood will blow your mind. Barkov bringing this one back. Turning this one around. Jones going to play this one back. Panthers on the way. They're coming up. Why are you doing the chicken dance? Oh. Sorry. Stranger things. Here comes Carolina shorthanded. Going to bring this one up. Trying to make the pass across. Aho's still in here. Aho is dancing around. He's going to turn and play this one down. Jarvis can't control it. Yeah, Mega, Youngblood is such a good movie. I'll tell you the cast at the commercial break. Taking a look. This is going to be played in by Jones. Oh, he broke a stick. Florida still can't put it in. Now Reinhardt does. Riney brings this one in. He has it taken away. And Carolina getting it down the ice. Schmidt again is going to back up for it. Is like the outsiders on skates. It's pretty wild. Onyx. So the injured ref from Game 7 that took the high stick that was bleeding profusely all over the ice. Apparently outside of a cut in a black eye, he is fine. He will make a full recovery. So that referee who took the stick to the face in a very grotesque scene is okay. Here's Bennett coming in with a shot and a glove save. Uncle Big Bad, too soon. Too soon. No, it's never too soon. All right, here's the cast. If you haven't seen Youngblood, it's a 1986 movie. You know it's crazy. Rob Lowe, Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves. If that's not enough, like those are huge, huge, huge players. Joe Bowen is in there. Peter Zezel is in there. Walker Boone is in there. Jan Dickinson is in there. Bruce Edwards. Cynthia Gibb. Peter Fawcett. A huge, huge cast. This off the draw. Here's another shot. Going to be stopped, kicked over to the side. Florida trying to bring her around, but it is a classic 80s movie, and it is great. Trying to get this one out. Florida holding it in. Marchand at the side. Power play expires. Carolina still can't clear. Florida in the high slot. Marchand gets it, and he can't tip that one in. This coming back around. Going to be tipped. Slavin going to pick it up behind the net. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey. 3-1 Florida Panthers with the lead. Go Oilers. That's tomorrow. This coming back around. And Forsling is going to go to the box now for cross-checking. So Carolina's going to get a chance on the power play. Just like that, it turns around. They're going to go to another commercial break. Holy smokes. What a great, great, great game. Back and forth. The Cats with a 3-1 lead. It is outstanding. Shots are still very low. 9-2 this period. Florida with 9. Carolina with 2 shots. It's hard to believe we have 28 combined shots at this point so far. Very, very low shooting game. I'll have to check it out. It's from before my time. Rob, it is awesome. It is real, real exciting. I mean, when you watch it, you have to also keep in mind it's from the 80s, right? So it's going to be grainy. It's going to be cheesy. It's a typical 80s movie. But, oh, it's awesome. As a hockey movie, it is great. Keanu Reeves actually was a good hockey player. That's what I heard. I heard he was a decent hockey player. So is Riot. How's it going? Zazo, how's it going? In my opinion, Toronto actually won that game. They lost in OT. Never should have went to OT. Toronto scored when the net went off. I agree with you, Zazo. I agree with you there. Jason Priestley apparently is also a very good hockey game. Another little Canadian talent, little 90210 action. So I'm moving back to Oilers fan. Bring the cup home. There you go, Bradley. And we will have the Oilers tomorrow. So it's going to be Edmonton and Dallas, 8 o'clock start time. We'll probably go live much earlier than we did tonight, but we'll have that game. And then it's game 2s coming up on what I don't even know what day we are. Thursday and Friday will be game 2s. So lots of hockey coming up. Yeah, LP. I've seen some clips of him play. I was at the All-Star game in Toronto, and Justin Bieber took warm-ups in full equipment. And the kid can skate. He can skate, and he's got some nice hands. If only he had size. If he had size, he would be a very, very dangerous hockey player. Michael Shanks did a really good job playing Gordie Howe and Mr. Hockey. You know what? Sarcasm. I haven't seen that in a very long time. Mr. Hockey. I don't remember that. I remember Mr. Baseball with, was it Tom Selleck? I think, but I don't remember the Mr. Hockey movie. Triton coming in with the super chat. Thank you, Triton. Do we still have the fake cardboard cutout? There's nothing fake about it. There's nothing fake about it. It's the real cup right here. Just with orange writing on it. Next, you're going to tell me wrestling is fake. Fake Stanley Cup. No, this is the real deal. Forget about the little hanging loop at the top. This in the writing, it's real. My goodness, Triton. And thank you, buddy. I appreciate the super chat. Back to the line. This coming around. Mecca. It's fake. Beatrice, how's it going? Welcome in. Wrestling's not fake. Oh, John Candy was amazing. Here's Gostisbehere with a shot. And a nice save by Bobrovsky. John Candy was so good. Bieber's like Marchand size. Except Marchand is thick. Right, Richard? Thank you for hitting that subscribe. He's thick, right? He's got some girth to him. Where Bieber is like skin and bones. Very, very big difference. Best wrestling movie is Body Slam. Greg, I don't know if I remember that one. Sveshnikov, here's a blast. That's going to be knocked down. What was the one with, my goodness. What's the dude from Scream? The cop. David Arquette. That wrestling movie with David Arquette, all about WCW. That one was entertaining. It was stupid as anything, but it was entertaining. Aho, taking a look. You got it, Void. You got it. Back across. Sveshnikov with a shot deflected. Ready to Rumble. Thank you. Ready to Rumble was a fun wrestling movie. This coming back around. Sveshnikov looking. 49 seconds to go on the power play. Still bringing it across. Back to the line. This going down deep. Back up top to the point. 40 seconds to go. Taking a look. Thank you, Richard, for that subscribe. Really appreciate it. Quick shot and a nice save. It drops down. And Bobrovsky takes a bump. And the Panthers are going to take exception to that. Kulikov is going to get tied up with Sveshnikov. As Aho is down on all fours, he's getting up as Bobrovsky takes a bump and a little bit of a dive. Holy smokes. It's all real. It's all real. Oh, so Tony says it jumped. Let me check. Yes, there it goes. All right, we got some movement. Up to 225 now. I see Stefan, the leader, at 225. Mark is up to 150, 18th spot. So we got some movement. Leaderboard is continuing to grow. Mega, I want my crown back. Coming in with the $6.99 super chat. Mega, thank you so much. Thank you to all the super chatters tonight. We know this is a brand new feature. I appreciate it. You guys are making it so much fun. Ready to Rumble was great. And not great. It was a fun movie. Mike, how's it going? Welcome in. How them boys with no snow to work with. Who cares? Fort Lauderdale, boy. Best team, Mike. Oh, I love me some Fort Lauderdale. Off the draw, this coming to the line. Yeah, Ready to Rumble. Not a great movie. Stupid movie, but it was funny and it was entertaining. It was entertaining. Welcoming everybody. Thanks for being here. We got hockey talk. We got wrestling talk. And oh yeah, there's a hockey game going on. This is going to be dumped in the corner. Mickey Rourke. Yeah. Putting this one across. Dankoven trying to get in here. They're going to kill it off. This coming all the way down the ice. Power play has expired. 3-1 Florida Panthers. 6:25 to go. 6:25. Oh, TQ. No holds barred. No holds barred. That was a good one. With the Hulkster. And Zeus. Zeus. Oh, that was a fun wrestling movie. There haven't been too many wrestling movies. There have been a couple, but not too many. He's in Rocky 3. That, yes, indeed. My favorite actor who is a former fresh Roddy sarcasm. Roddy Piper. They Live. I'm sure you've watched They Live. Oh, John Carpenter. They Live. Such a great flick. Off the draw. Walking in. Here's a blast off the draw. And Bobrovsky makes a save and he gets bumped again. And this time he actually takes a skate to the mask. And that's going to bring everybody over as Aho. He's getting in Bobrovsky. He's bumping him around a little bit. He gets taken down. Jack, there are some really good ones. Yes, indeed. They Live is amazing. I love They Live. What a great finals. I must say. Yeah, Mike, good start so far. Good start so far. Off the draw, this coming around. Schmidt going to play this one up the boards. Phantom, you met him just before. Oh, my goodness. That is wild. I listened to his podcast when he started up. I could listen to him talk forever. Uncle Big Bad, yeah, the best line. The best. In the corner, trying to dig this one free. I love that. Yes, a lot of you have seen that movie. Walker going to bring it up for Carolina. Little pass across. Prep, what's going on? I'm wearing your favorite jersey, Prep. Florida trying to center it. They can't. Turned over. Carolina bringing it back to the line. Trying to put this one in. Oh, Rob, Eddie Guerrero. What a sad story. This is going to be flipped up and down the ice. Kachuk racing back for it. He can't get it. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Tony, I just watched that like 2 nights ago. That's one of my bedtime movies on rotation. Lie, cheat, and steal. Aho, going to flip this one over. They can't connect. Florida going to regroup. 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Cats are up 3-1. Down around, throwing it through. Carolina trying to work it. Game has slowed down a lot. Shots are more equal now. Carolina up to 7. They were at 2 shots before. Viva la raza. He was the best. I loved Eddie's music too. It was sweet. This down over the line. Ooh, Bloodsport. Yes. Now, I don't know if it holds up. I haven't watched Bloodsport in a long time. But I was almost more of a Kickboxer fan than I was Bloodsport. I know it was kind of the unofficial sequel. In the corner, Carolina trying to work this one through, trying to bring this one out. Florida doing a fantastic job on the forecheck. Reinhardt steals a little pass in front. That one misses. Totally fake story, of course. How about that shot? Was it, I can't remember if it was Hot Shots or Hot Shots Part 2, where he dips his hands in the gummy bears. Oh, so funny. Blades of Glory, yes, great one, Greg. That's in my rotation. This coming down around in the corner. Florida putting it deep. Carolina back to pick this one up. Never too old for video. You can never be too old for video games. It didn't age for you. Marchand trying to dig in, trying to bring this one through. Karate Kid was good. Absolutely, though, love the TV series they did was incredible. 24, what's going on? Chris Benoit. Listen, Chris Benoit, if we take the situation out of the equation, if you look at him pure on his wrestling, he was one of the best ever. This is going to be dumped down in the corner. Hot Shots Part 2. There we go, Mark. So good. Here they come. Hall putting it across. Long shot deflected into the corner. Hurricanes. Roslovic playing this back up top. Sending this across. Back up top. Here's a long shot that's deflected up and at a play. Yeah, Benoit was, I mean, he was a robot and no emotions whatsoever as they go to commercial break. But man, he had the skill. So much talent. So much talent. Alrighty. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for continuing to come in and hit that like button. I hope you're hitting that subscribe button as well. I know a lot of you have been with us all playoffs long. For those that are new and just jumping in, you've probably seen by now we do things a little bit different than a lot of other channels. We like to come out, we like to talk to you, we like to have some fun, and we like to make this a community event. So if you're just watching along and you haven't yet come in and join. Ulysses, you're kidding me. Are you serious? Chris Benoit was in your grade 9 class? Oh, that is wild. We don't talk about Chris taking it. Rob, it is. It is. And that whole situation is ridiculous. But on pure wrestling ability, he was incredible. Cobra, yeah, Marshall, thank you. Cobra Kai was so good. The first couple seasons of Cobra Kai were amazing. And the way they intertwined the old movie clips was so good. Excuse my lack of presence, but I had the best time watching the Leafs throw with my kiddo. No, Prep, that is what hockey is all about. That is what it's all about. Greg, thank you for hitting that subscribe. It's all about building memories, watching with the family, enjoying that family time, bringing them on as hockey fans. That is what sports is all about. I tell you, I go back to watching with my family Saturday nights, sitting on the floor, watching on the TV, listening to Don Cherry, watching the games as a family. That is what hockey is all about. So I'm so happy to hear. Just don't do it again. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, they're coming back from commercial break, but welcome in, Prep. Welcome to the party. Super Contra. Oh, man. Contra was awesome. Contra was so good. All right, let's go. Here's what he did. I agree, Rob. 100% unforgivable. 100%. Off the draw, 2:57. We're under 3 minutes to go. The ghost drink is back. In the corner. Mikkola with this now. He's going to play it up on the far side. Cat's going to come up the middle. 3-on-3. This is going to be dumped in the corner. Carolina going to get there first. They're going to swing it around. Florida going to hold it in. Putting it towards the net. Reinhart was on the same side. This trying to come back around. In the corner. Jones going to play it up. Good night, Noah's Ark. Take care. Here's another shot, and Bobrovsky with a glove save. And another clip. Bobrovsky takes another clip. Carolina must have watched the Toronto series because they've been all over Bobrovsky. Little bumps, little shoulders, little knocks. They are all over him right now. And Florida coming around, they're actually bumping him themselves. And this time, it was Mikkola who comes to take Jordan Staal away. And in trying to get between the goalie and Staal, he knocks his own man. Greg, I have a great Bret Hart story. I will tell you my Bret Hart story coming up at intermission. Just remind me, Griff, I agree. He was the best there ever was. I can't even pull up my picture now because I have my other phone going. Let me tell you this Bret Hart story at the commercial break. They got to do a little patch job here on the ice. He's no Mark Calloway. Oh, The Undertaker is so good. NWO fan. Tony go on the other side. I do have ties to Minnesota. By the way, your boy from Fort Lauderdale. Go Panthers. Nice, Mike. Mike, I loved it there. Mike, when we were down there, we got to go over to the new practice facility, which I hadn't seen yet. And I'm going to, after the playoffs, I'm going to edit all my clips together and post it. Absolutely a beautiful facility there. Built for the Florida Panthers practice facility. Phenomenal facility. I was blown away with how nice it is. And it's right in the middle, like beautiful parks there too. Really nice. All right, they're still fixing up this ice here. Trying to get this one ready to go. Bobrovsky's going to get a nice little break here. The Texas Rattlesnake. Oh, talk about amazing. Basically, Degrassi with martial arts. Sash him. Yeah, pretty much. Sam and Amanda were Karens, which I did not like. Sam started all the fights. It was some of the fight choreography, like the fight in the school at the end of the season when Miguel got hurt. What a crazy sequence. The choreography was outstanding. Jeff Hardy, one of the best. I liked him a lot. Too bad he fell off the deep end very quickly. Yes, Prep. It is. It is. I was a divided soul. Here they come. Here's another shot. The ice is back fixed. 2:20 to go. It's 10 minutes from your house. Not necessary. Are you neighbors with with Matt Kachuk? Guys in the building also got double good news when I went to Dr. Point's page. Nice. Sport entertainment guy. Glad you got some good results back. Next week, getting ready for your birthday. Nice. Well, happy early birthday. Hope you'll come in and join us. Pop in on your birthday if we're streaming so we can sing you happy birthday. This coming around behind. We're just at Comic-Con. Oh, I didn't know that, Griff. Carolina behind their own net, setting it up, looking to move this one forward. Here's a long pass. Carolina, Aho, trying to bring this one up. Aho walking in. Florida going to take it away. They're going to bring this one up. Chip down in the corner. Mikkola, he's going to get bumped. This coming around. Bennett can't get in there. Mikkola backing up for Hagee in there. This game has really slowed down. John Cena, I love the heel turn. I love it. It was a long time coming. Predictable, but that's okay. Bennett bringing this one up over the line. Bennett coming in, going to give it to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe curls around behind the net. Verhaeghe still with it in the corner. Last minute of play. Last minute of play. Until there's miracle, there's nothing. This coming around down at the corner. Florida trying to hold it in. They can't. This is chipped out. Carolina 2-on-1. Aho, cross ice pass. Svechnikov couldn't settle this one down. Svechnikov putting it back to the point. Roslovic a shot. Bobrovsky going to hang on to it. Haven't watched Peacemaker yet. Haven't watched Peacemaker yet. DX. You know, it's funny about DX. When I was a teenager, late teenager, DX was at its height of popularity. And we took a family trip to Universal Studios. And, you know, they have, back then, all the characters were just wandering around and you go up and talk to them. So every character we went and got pictures with, we made them do the DX chop. So we got pictures with the Ghostbusters and they're all doing the DX chop and stuff. It was hysterical. Here's a shot off the draw. Nice little save. This is going to be cleared back. DJ, what's going on? Welcome in. That's going to be an icing on the Florida Panthers. We thought we were the funniest kids in the world. And we couldn't believe a lot of these guys would do it. But made for some great photos. All right, we got 30 seconds left to go here in this period. 3-1 Florida. Off the draw. Back to the line. Burns. He's going to throw it towards the net. Almost got through. Back to the point on the other side. This kept in. Behind the net. Martin Hook. Getting it to Stahl. Stahl. Feeding this back to the line. Burns. Walking the line towards the middle. Looking. Here's a long shot. That one's blocked. Florida going to eat this one up. Barkov. He's going to play this one across. 8 seconds to go. Trying to get this one through. Looking. Cross ice pass. That's going to go just wide. Back to the line. Here's a shot. Gets blocked. And the period comes to an end. 3-1 is the score. So glad to hear that you made it down here in our beautiful country of Broward. It was, Mike, absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. James, what's going on? Welcome in. All right. Let's go back over to the intermission. I will tell you my story. My Bret Hart story. There we go. We'll update this. It is 3-1. That'll update in just a second. Boom. There we go. 20 shots to 15. Carolina moves ahead. 10 shots in that period for Carolina. 8 for the Panthers. 36 hits to 31 for the Panthers. Looking at the faceoffs. Carolina, wow. 31 faceoffs to 18. That's huge. They do go 0 for 2, though, on the power play. Florida 1 for 2. Giveaways starting to creep up again, 11-10. And block shots, 13 apiece. Jazz, how's it going? Welcome in. You a wrestling fan or no? Yeah. I enjoy it. Listen, I was a big wrestling fan back in my high school, university days. Huge wrestling fan. And I've still kind of followed through with it. I've followed along with it. You know, I don't watch it as much as I used to, but I still enjoy it and try to watch the big events. Cats and Canes cheated. The Oils still remember. James, we'll see. I hope it's a rematch. All right, let me tell you my Bret Hart story real quickly, and then we can keep the conversation going. So they used to do, and since COVID, I don't know if it still goes on, but the Special Olympics holds a benefit breakfast and dinner in Toronto. They used to. So I was lucky enough. I went to some of the breakfasts and I went to a few of the dinners. And the dinners, it's like a big gala, right? Everybody's dressed up. They got a bunch of Canadian athletes, a lot of Canadian stars, and they sit at the regular tables. So depending on what table you're sitting at, you could be sitting with a wrestler or a swimmer or a baseball player, a hockey player. And they got a silent auction. It was a big to-do, and it was all to raise money for Special Olympics. So I was lucky enough one year to go to this dinner, and I actually had Bret Hart sitting at my table. And the funny thing is, this was right after he punched out Vince McMahon. Literally 3 weeks after it happened, he still had a broken right hand. When you would go up to meet him, he would not shake your hand with his right hand. He would shake your hand with his left because he still had a broken hand. He was signing his autographs. He'd sign Bret Hart. He'd write WWF, cross it out, and then write WCW, which was pretty amazing. And so I remember I went up to Bret and sitting at the table, was talking to him all night for dinners. I got pictures of me putting Bret Hart in a headlock. I have pictures with him putting me in a headlock. It was such a cool night. And Brett, for a lot of you that know, Brett, you were either a Bret Hart fan or you were a Shawn Michaels fan. There's a few that liked both, but at that period in time, you could only be one or the other. And if you were Canadian, you were a Bret Hart guy. He was like the world, meant the world to us. And when the night was over, and I had spent the whole night talking with him, the night was over, I wanted to go up as a fan and just say thank you for entertaining us and everything you've done for us. And I got so choked up I could barely speak. I felt like such a fangirl, right? Literally, I'm talking to Bret Hart and I'm like welling up saying, thank you. We'll stick with you wherever you go. And it was a big deal. That screw job in Montreal when he punched out Vince, you had not seen anything like that. And so I was like breaking down talking to him, and he was the coolest guy, the nicest guy ever. And not too long after that, I was at a basketball game, and he was sitting floor seats. And if you've ever seen, watched on TV or been in a basketball game for the Raptors, they always have celebrities sitting around the floor. And everybody tries to go up and get pictures and autographs at like halftime or stuff, end of the quarter. And the security never lets people through. If you're sitting near them, you can. And I remember we kind of walked down to the floor level and we were walking around the court. And the security was turning everybody away. Security wouldn't let anyone near Brett. And we kind of called over to him and said, Brett. And he turned around and he looked at security and he kind of did one of these like, he's okay. And we got to go up and talk to him again. I thought that was so cool that he actually remembered who I was and allowed us to come talk to him. So Bret Hart, such a stand-up, amazing dude. If you ever have a chance to meet him, even now, it's harder now because he doesn't travel as much, but he is still such a great guy. And when you talk about, the heart of Canadian spirit and of Canadiana and representing our country for everything he's done, Bret Hart has been absolutely amazing. Leaves to name drop. Prep, I do love to name drop. I've been so lucky to meet such amazing people. Sometimes you're right place, right time, things just happen. And I'm very, very lucky to have met some amazing people. So there we go. Thank you, Prep, for being a member as long as you have. Still enjoy watching all three Canadian teams that have a history or familiar connections are now out. Well, Charles, thank you for being here. Happy to have you along. We still got lots more to come. Gangrel. Oh, Gangrel was crazy. Very cool. I have an autographed picture of Brett framed in room. Nice, Mega. That's awesome. We got to give, you're talking about Brett, you got to talk about Jim the Anvil, Neidhart, and the Hart Foundation. One of the best tag teams ever. And that was like the era when tag teams were it. Them, the British Bulldogs, the Killer Bees, a lot of good tag teams. And, since we're talking about this era of wrestling, if you have not read Bret Hart's book, it is a long read because it goes back from like his childhood all the way up. It was a little slow at times, but the way he talks about growing up with the dungeon and with all the other Harts and all the connections and everything. If you're a big wrestling fan, go to the library, take it out, or an e-reader and listen to it. I thought it was really interesting. Yeah, Mark, very, I agree. Such a sad story. Very sad story. You met Jimmy Hart at Universal Studios. Oh, I've never met Jimmy Hart. He's one of the guys I would have loved, the mouth of the South. He's such a good talker. Many years ago, I was fortunate to meet the late Steve McQueen. Whoa. That is a nice meeting, Aloza. Grand Prix Wrestling. Maple Leaf Wrestling is where it was at. How about the Huckster and the Nacho Man, Mark? Yes. Oh, the Nacho Man was amazing. The Huckster. I was prep. Kane. How about Kane going up to be, what was he, the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee? Getting into politics there? That's pretty surprising. The only name I can name drop is Luke Perry. Oh, Kathleen. That's a good one. And again, such a shame with Luke Perry. Thanks for sharing this story. I was a big fan of the Hitman. Yeah, he was amazing. You're very welcome. Very, very nice. Jimmy Hart, funny guy, I'm sure. Hacksaw, talk about a wild card. Hacksaw is definitely a wild card. I met and spent time with Buddy Rich. Oh, nice. Theo Fleury. So Theo Fleury, mega. Theo Fleury is a very interesting character. So I used to be a huge Theo Fleury fan back in the Calgary Flame days. Little guy, all the heart in the world, heart and soul, big time passion. And when he went over to Colorado and he ran into some substance abuse issues and had a lot of issues, and I lost a lot of respect for him. But he fought his way back, and he never got to be back where he was. But it's a very interesting story, the story of Theo Fleury. Buddy Rich, best drummer in the world. There were some pretty good drummers in there. That is for certain. He had a rough shot. Yeah, he did mega for sure. A very, very difficult one. And it's unfortunately when a lot of these stories come out, it's important. It's important to hear. It's important to understand, what has gone on in a lot of these people's lives, because a lot of us, we don't want to believe that a lot of these things happen. We wouldn't even think that a lot of these things happen. And unfortunately they do. And it's very, very, very unfortunate. So it's important that, they come out so, different leagues and different groups can do things to make things safer and eliminate a lot of the troubles that go on. Did Jack just say he met Andre? Did I see that? I'm so jealous. Truly love Andre was the best. He's related to the Graham James scandal. Oh, I'm not. That doesn't ring a bell. That doesn't ring a bell. But he's not the only one. I mean, there are a lot of players, especially back in the day, and even today, you hear players needing to go into, the players' assistance program, and it's nice that they have that now. And it doesn't have to be just substance abuse. There's a lot of situations that players need help with, and we understand it a lot more today. The whole subject of mental health is such a serious issue. And back in the day, at least not that I'm aware, nobody really made a big of a deal to understand it, to treat it. Nobody was there to help. Nobody was there to listen. And we lost a lot of very good people because of mental health. So it's very nice to see, the players assistance program and getting the help that a lot of these players needs, and not just NHL players, from all across, whether it's NHL, AHL, OHL, all the way down to the minor leagues. Mental health is so important, and a lot of people don't want to believe that problems exist, especially if it's somebody they know, right? Somebody they know. Yes. It's hard to believe that these things exist, and it's important that we have these conversations. It's important that it gets out there. I know some people kind of, and it's very unfortunate, some people pull on people's chains a little bit, and they use it to their advantage, or they make up stories to try and get away with things. But it's a serious issue, and there's a lot of people out there that don't seek help, and there's a lot of people out there that will not go and tell people to get help. And if you know somebody or feel like somebody is in a mental health situation, and it's not a bad thing, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them, it just means their brain works a little different and they need support, they need help. I'm a strong supporter of mental health. It's close. Yeah, be Disney. I feel you. I'm right there with you. It's a serious issue, and it's not something that we talk about here because it just hasn't really come up. But since it's here now, I felt it's important to kind of mention it. Again, if you see somebody that needs help, try and get them help. It's not easy. You know, I know people today, right now, that have serious issues. They won't believe it. The people in their inner circle doesn't believe it. And you can't convince someone to get help if they don't feel they need help. And sometimes you need to put in the work, and it will help in the long run. All right. Oh, this is getting deep. We don't want to get too deep, but important to say. Now we got it out. Let's go back. Let's bring this a little lightheaded. A lot of self-medicated and fallen to spiral. Yes, Jack, absolutely, and it's very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. It's a big deal to me. I had a friend try to commit. Wow, Jonathan. Wow, very scary. Very scary. And, you know, sometimes in these situations, you know, sometimes if you seek help and you speak to a specialist, you know, self-medication is not good, but sometimes there is proper medication you can take if, you know, and again, there's other conversations that spiral from that. But sometimes that can really help. And it's something you don't understand. It's something you don't think makes a difference, but it's important. Guys won't bring it up because it's seen as a weakness. I don't want to wake up, but I'm still pushing. You know what, Rob? That's a very good point, Rob. Sometimes we deem things as weaknesses when they don't need to be, and that false stigma, you know, does way more harm than good. And I think that's with anything, whether it's mental health, whether it's just your physical strength and ability to do things. Like, you know, for example, a couple weeks ago, we bought a bunch of bags of soil to fill the gardens around the house, right? And, you know, carrying those, picking them up, putting them in the car, taking them out of the car to the garage, putting them in the gardens. You know, we talked about it on stream. I messed up my back, you know, and people see not being able to do things they used to do as we get older a sign of weakness. And that's when they try and do other things to try and supplement, and maybe not in the right way, for those weaknesses, whether it's a physical weakness, a mental weakness. We need to be there to support each other. Now, let's turn this into hockey. We see how the Maple Leafs ended. A lot of us were upset. A lot of us were angry. If you read on social media, a lot of the comments and things that we're saying, does that help? Does that help the situation? To be threatening these guys and trying to run them out of town? They obviously know they sucked. They knew they didn't win because they're not playing tonight. And it's sometimes the outside voices don't need to be there. It doesn't help situations. So there's no PTSD, a complex PTSD, 12 years, of severe depression, attending 2 forms of therapy, and you guys are part. Kathleen, and I thank you for sharing that very personal note. Sorry you're going through it. It's tough. It is tough. And if I can help, you know, an ounce to brighten your day and help you through it, that's what I'm here for. We're here to call hockey. Yes. We're here to entertain. Yes. Mark Super Chats are my therapy. There you go, Kevin. But we're all here to help each other. That's why this is community. We are community. You know, there's a lot of other channels out there, and they all do things differently. Whether you're watching sports, whether you're watching Disney, whether you're watching gaming, there's a ton of channels to choose from. Everybody does it differently. And while we get excited and we'll scream and holler at times, you know, we have our style of doing it in ways that we can bring everybody together. I don't want to divide. I want to bring everyone together. And you know what? During playoffs, it's hard. When we're on 2 teams, we can be enemies in the game of hockey, but in the game of life, we're here for each other. We've met some amazing people in this in this community. Some amazing people. And for the most part, you know, I'm here for every single one of you. If there's ever anything I could do to talk to help, to listen, that's what we're here for, this community. You know, a lot of people just come and go as they please, and that's fine too. But we're here to try and be an escape from reality, to help where help is needed. And by bringing you the entertainment, by bringing you the goofiness, by calling some hockey in our style, that's what it's all about. Keep fighting. That's right, Jack. You got it. You are worth the fight. One of the hardest things to get across to somebody when somebody is depressed or somebody is not feeling like they are worth, to convince them otherwise is a difficult thing. All right. Wow, you guys got me. Thank you so much for hanging around and indulging in this very, very serious conversation. I really, really appreciate it. And like I said, I'm an email or a DM away. If you ever wanted to get a message across, I'm happy to hear. I'm happy to listen. All right. Let's play some hockey, shall we? Let's shoot some pucks. Let's turn this around. Let's get her going. 3-1 is the score. Not yours. Oh, here we go. Third period. Let's go. Bishop, how's it going? With the Cats, but this is a beautiful thing, Sam. A lot of us are hurting out here. For respect to you for making people feel connected. Bishop, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's not easy to talk about, but we want to give a platform for everybody. Karen, thank you so much. And you have no idea. This community has been here for me in my time of need, when I've been down, when I've been feeling like, you know, things aren't going well, and I come online and you guys are all here to chat and have fun. It is definitely an energy boost. It is definitely a pick-me-up. And I hope you all feel the same from me. I hope my energy can be a little bit contagious for you. All right, let's get that wave going. Let's turn that frown upside down. Let's bring it back. We're going to have a good time. Let's rock. 3, 2, 1. Don't throw your shoulders out, but put those hands in the sky and get those waves going. As we are here in period number 3. 3-1 Panthers lead. Let's do it. Back around in the corner. Forsling trying to get it out. Can Ekblad. He's going to take this one to the corner. Ekblad is going to flip this one up to the line. And this is kept in. The Canes looking to come. Sending this one down in the corner. Cutting it off on the other side. Back around to the point. Carolina working that perimeter now. Here's a long shot. Over to Roslovic in front with a one-timer. And oh, a little stick lift there takes that opportunity away as Carolina so close to getting one back. Wow. Crowd is starting to get back into this one. Smeek, welcome in. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Welcome to our community. This coming around back in the corner to the point. Canes working it again in the Panther zone. Looking in front. They can't. They go back to the point. Slavin shoots. Deflected. That one is stopped. Trying to clear. They can't. Carolina again. Aho. He's going to pick this one back. Carolina all over them right now. All over them. Bringing this one over. Verhaeghe trying to get it out. Bennett trying to get it out. They can't. Aho with a shot. And it's going to roll up on Bobrovsky. And he's going to hang on to it. Holy smokes. Wow. Great pace to this hockey game. So Sweet has moved up to top spot on the leaderboard. Stefan in second, Mega hanging on to that third. Cowboy Caps is right there as well. Looks like everybody's getting up there. Aho for the Hattie. Wouldn't that be something? Bing, bing, bing. 2 more, tie. Aho, lethal. He's been playing really, really good. He's been buzzing. Off the draw, this flip to the back. Goss to spare, keeping this one in. Down around, Schmidt going to play it up on the far side. Cat's going to carry this one out. I haven't seen Florida pinned in their zone for that long, for a long time. James, what's going on? I don't know if I said hello to you, James, but welcome. This off the boards, tipped out. Big hit in the neutral zone. Carolina still working it. Over to the boards. Going to dump this one in. Bobrovsky trying to stop it. He actually tipped it up and hit the back of the net. Florida going to put it off the boards, trying to get this one out. Brandon, how's it going? The Ottawa Charge pick up the win. Back around. That's a great question. I didn't actually load it. Let's see if I can open it up. Give you a sub check. Florida bringing this one up, trying to bring it down. We're at 353. 353. If you haven't hit that subscribe, let's get it up to 360. This is going to be played around. A long shot going to be knocked down in front. Florida trying to kick it free. Stahl is going to come over. He's going to grab that one. Our sub count is 27. 353. On our way to 2,400. This is going to be played across. Trying to get it up. Over the line. Carolina shooting. That one's going to be fanned on back in the corner. Florida going to jump on it. 16 minutes to go. 16 minutes to go. This is going to come all the way back. Carolina took it around. Little flip pass. Going to be turned over. Florida coming right back. Some errant passes here. Trying to make something out of nothing was Listerine. He gets pushed up in the corner. This coming back across. Behind the net, Hall. He's going to send it all the way down the ice, and this should be an icing. It's a race, and that is going to be called icing. Yeah, Slavin has been so good, Griffin. Really good. Joey, what's going on? So referee took a puck off the elbow earlier in this hockey game, and then he gets run over from behind. So the officials having a little bit of a tough go here tonight. Big physical game. Off the draw, Carolina. Going to take this one, throwing it all the way down the ice. And that's going to go up and out of play. Ekblad wants a penalty called. And they are. They're going to review. 2 minutes delay a game. Carolina going to go to the box. This puck gets flipped up and it just carries.
And with 15:29 to go, the Florida Panthers are
So the Panthers on the power play. Puck over the glass. Morrow going to go to the box. You hate that penalty so much. And when you do it across ice, my goodness. That was a long way. It almost goes. Yeah, it's my trusty Perrier. The green always goes messy. Jason, how's it going? There's actually quite a few wrestling movies. The wrestler Iron Claw. I don't think I've seen Iron Claw. Oh, Fighting with My Family. I forgot about that one, Jason. That was a good one. I enjoyed Fighting with My Family. The wrestler was very good too. Thank you, James. I appreciate it. That's a good question, Lozo. I am not sure. This coming around behind the net, Florida. Sending it to the line. They can't hold it in. This is going to come out. They're going to back this one up. Putting it in, down around in the corner. Aho, he's going to chip this one out. Carolina really giving Florida a good run for their money here. They've been all over them. Crushing it, 64% in the face-off circle. 38 hits. Just haven't been able to beat Bobrovsky other than the one time. And again, this comes out and all the way down the ice. Panthers having some trouble here on the power play. Raging Bull was pretty good. Wow, that's going back, Mark. That was a good flick. This being chipped just wide of the net. Verhaeghe racing to the corner. Marchand going in there. Verhaeghe getting it behind the net. Rotated around over to the boards for Rodriguez. Rodriguez taking a look. Going to work this up ice. Bennett driving. Bennett shooting. Scores! Sam Bennett with a power play goal. Unbelievable. This one just flies through. And he puts this one in. I don't think this was tipped. I think it went in clean. So a good little pass. Yeah, and there's no way. There was like 4 guys in the line up the ice. So this shot just goes through 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. And Brad Marchand totally screening in front. No chance Freddie Anderson saw this. Now, he was standing up and over, so he might have saw the release. But no way he saw this puck come through. Big goal for the Panthers. They're up 4-1. Doing to Carolina what they did to Toronto. First time Carolina has given up 4 goals, I believe, in these playoffs at least for Freddie Anderson. Wow, but great job in front of the net. This coming around down in the corner. Yeah, I don't think so. Panthers going to bring this one back up. Trying to chip it in. That one's knocked down. Kakinemi trying to bring it in. It's going to be offside with the little drop pass. So a little bumping around here is this fourth line for the Panthers. Going to set the tone. Doing a great job. They're going to go to commercial break. Canes are in trouble. Canes are in trouble. That is for certain. Wow. I'm surprised. I'll be honest. I thought this was going to be kind of like a 1-goal type of situation here. Thought this would be very, very low scoring. Imagine the final 6-1. LP, it's definitely possible. Lot of games to be played, but Florida just setting the tone. Again, 4 goals on 16 shots. That is not like Freddie Anderson. Florida 37% in the faceoff circle. They are 2 for 3 on the power play, though. That is huge. Huge. 34 hits, 13 block shots, 12 giveaways is the Panthers line. For the Hurricanes, 24 shots, 63% in the faceoff circle. 39 hits, 15 block shots, 11 giveaways, and 5 takeaways. They're doing a really nice job, Carolina. They just can't beat Sergei Bobrovsky. Bob has been outstanding. Best spot, Requiem for a Heavyweight. I don't know that one. I thought you were going to say Requiem for a Dream, Phantom. Like, last I recall, that wasn't a boxing movie. That was game 6. Then, yeah, Carolina would be in trouble. It's only game 1. That's right. I'd love to see Stankoven get going. Stankoven, he can make things happen. He is such a good player. He's really been inefficient in today's game. At least the Panthers playing relatively clean. They are playing relatively clean for sure. And they can score in bunches. Ship. They light it up. Oh, did I just see Onyx's Betty Crocker? I thought I saw that in the corner of my eye. Carolina gave up 4 goals in the 5th game victory against the New Jersey Devils when the Canes defeated them 5-4. Okay, there you go. In overtime. There you go. Thank you, 24. Going way back, playback there. All right, back from commercial break. Let's go. Let's see if Carolina can get back in here. They got to get one relatively quickly. Kane's going to bring this through the neutral zone, trying to put it in the Florida zone. Can't really get it deep. Kulikov going to put this one across. Going to be banked aside. Bennett's 7th goal of the playoffs. Onyx. Rodriguez and Verhaeghe picking up the assist, so a couple points for my man Verhaeghe tonight. Kane's going to work this one up the sideboards, chipping it out. Right back in and right back out. They're going to bring it up and over. Slavin inside. Here's a shot. Bobrovsky off the shoulder, knocking this one down. This coming all the way back. Burns. He's going to try and turn. Long pass tipped in by Aho. Jones is going to pick this one up. Jones going to go up the near side of the ice. Florida turning, trying to put it right back in. This time it's Freddie Anderson out. He's going to put it around the glass. Tip to the line. Cats can't hold. Comes all the way down. They had to move it real quickly as Carolina was jumping on it. Canes have got to change up their strategy. They need 3 to tie. 3 to tie. Here in period number 3. 12 minutes, 11 seconds left to go. And this is going to be an icing call, so it's going to come all the way back down to the Carolina side of the ice. They are really, really struggling here. Really struggling. I think they're in that state of disbelief. Carolina's just got to keep playing away. Don't let Florida shut them down. 3 goals, no problem. Just got to keep driving. Forsling with a shot. That's going to be blocked. Aho has 6 shots tonight. That's incredible. 6 shots. 3 shots for Jarvis. Back in the corner. There is a big hard hit as Marchand coming in. Aho steps up and has a word to Marchand. This is going to come out. Carolina going to start to carry. Long pass is going to be deflected. This going into the corner. And we got a fight. We got Brad Marchand has dropped the gloves. Gostisbehere hasn't taken his gloves off. Drop the gloves. Gostisbehere with a DDT on Brad Marchand. So Brad Marchand laid a hit. They were going all the way. Bradley drops the gloves, which is something he doesn't do very often. He does not do this very often, but he drops the gloves. Gostisbehere did not drop his gloves, but he was still throwing them. So you got to drop those gloves. And he finally kind of wraps up Bradley and takes him down hard. Brad Marchand still chirping here. The linesman going to escort him over. You do not see Marchand dropping the gloves often. Wow.
Well, it starts down in the corner, and I think Gostisbehere wasn't happy with
Vic.
the game in there.
So how did this happen? The shot came. The shot hits Brad Marchand. He blocks the shots. So he goes, oh, so he thinks Gostisbehere shot the puck at him intentionally. He comes at him, drops the gloves, and just starts chucking him. Gostisbehere, doesn't even have time to get his gloves off. Then they finally separate, and he's throwing glove punches, but Marchand just tied him up completely. And he ducks under the punch from Gostisbehere. They come in close, and Gostisbehere kind of does one of these to put him in a headlock and then drops down to the ice. But Marchand was coming up, and Gostisbehere kind of shoots it. Marchand, it hits him in the chest, so he thinks he shot it at him intentionally, which he very well may have. But Brad Marchand took offense to it, and he came right at him. Right at him. So 23 hits tonight. Marchand says, what the F? I think he's getting thrown out of this game. So Brad Marchand is getting thrown out of the game. He's arguing that the puck was shot at him intentionally. Wow, so Marchand gets 4 minutes for roughing in a game misconduct. And Gostisbehere, he just gets 2 minutes for roughing. So Carolina will go to the power play. Very interesting. So Paul Maurice is arguing this one now. So Gostisbehere shoots the puck at Brad Marchand, which you could argue. Now, if he wanted to ice it, he could have put it around him, but he shot it right into his chest. So, ooh, Paul Maurice dropping some big F-bombs. PM, what's going on? This is not something you see every day. So it's going to be a power play here for Carolina. Brad Marchand is now out of the game. Picks up 4 minutes, 2 2-minute roughing calls and a 10-minute misconduct. So he is out. Wow. This turning around, Barkov in front. He's going to spin around and get taken down. Svechnikov going to bring this one up. Dropping it across. Florida's going to steal. They're going to turn the other way. Florida likes to carry this shorthanded. Barkov driving in, goes between the legs. Still take this one in the corner. Finally, he gets knocked off the puck and taken down. And they throw his stick away. Holy smokes. I can't believe Brad Marchand dropped the gloves. Carolina bringing this one up. Let's see how they bounce back. 11 minutes in this game. Florida going to clear this one all the way down. Just about a minute left to go in the power play. Freddie Anderson going to work this one up. Pickle Man is doing a lot of dancing here tonight. Trying to deke in. Carolina can't. Mikkola turns. He's going to shoot this one all the way down the ice. Freddie going to set it up. Burns going to turn and go. 45 seconds to go in the power play. 10.5 to go here in the third period. In over the line, Carolina cycling this back up top, going cross. Here's a shot. Bobrovsky got a piece. This is going to come around down in the corner. Roslovic trying to cycle it back up to the point. Off the draw, and this is going to come out. Burns couldn't hold the line. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. 20 seconds left in the power play. 4-1 Florida. 4-1 Panthers. Team Stankoven. Yes, red. Leafs in 8, Jack. Oh, boo. Roslovic going down low. Cross ice pass. They can't control it. It's going to hop out. Florida, one-on-one. Here they come. Spinorama backhand right on. Nice save here by Freddie Anderson. Power play is going to expire. Back to even strength. 9.5 minutes to go. Seth, how's it going? Welcome in. Timberwolves blown a huge lead. Oh, wow. Oh, we're going for Costco hot dogs. What time, Onyx? Should I meet you? This in the corner. Trying to flip this one out. Nice little dangle there. Off the boards and out. Here comes Stankoven. Stankoven trying to get around Jones. Stankoven drops it back. A return. Stankoven to Slavin. Slavin shoots. Bob taking it off the blocker. Back around in the corner. Martin Hook can't control it. This is going to come to the line. Panthers going to carry. They're going to bring this one out in a little dump-in pass. By the way, New York Fries also has really good hot dogs. Not as good as Costco, but they're really good. Here they come again. Svechnikov trying to cut through the middle. He has it taken away. Florida going to flip this one down the ice. 8:40 to go. Turning. Canes bringing this one in. And again, Florida flips this one out and all the way down the ice. Stefan, you've regrouped the number 1 spot on the community leaderboard, followed by Sweet and Mega. They're hanging on to it. Svechnikov turn around. Mark is at 14th. Griffin at 11th. B. Disney at 7th. It's going to be dumped in around the side. It's going to come out. Ekblad going to play this one up. Florida, quick shot. Anderson makes a save. Big, juicy rebound. It's going to be gobbled up. Carolina trying to work this one across. I'm going to reach out. I agree, Matthew. I agree 100%. Should not have been the case. I'm going to reach out to YouTube support after tonight's stream. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow, depending on how late it is. And I'm going to ask them how these XP points are calculated, so we can have a better understanding of how this new feature is played. Back around 7.5 minutes to go. 7.5. Here comes Carolina. Carolina cutting towards the middle. Over the line, Walker going to drop this one back. Here's a shot deflected just wide. Dallas and the Oilers. Stars and Oilers tomorrow, 8 o'clock. I hope you'll come back and join us for that game. It's going to be a lot of fun. This down in the corner. Trying to get there. 3 stars of the game prizes. Kind of like being number 1. Here's Carolina. Burns again, looking up ice. Nice little feed up to Stahl. Stahl going to bring this one in. Trying to slide it through. Does not connect. Now they do. Back behind to Carrier. Up top, Orlov throwing it, and that's going to go just wide. Stahl back in the corner. He's going to look to play this one across. Working it through. Nossi can't get it. They're going to send this back up to Orlov. Orlov taking a look. Be careful if you contact you, Sam. A lot of hockey fans count on you to call these games. I will, LP. I will. No, we're in good standing. We're in very good standing. Maybe I'll reach out to my community manager. We got it in. I'll send her an email. This coming back across. Over at the side. Orlov to the point. Here's a blast by Slavin. That's going to go just wide. Aaron Ekblad has scored tonight, John. Yes. Bringing this back across. Florida in there. 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go. Verhage, Ekblad, Aho, Greer, Bennett, your goal scorers here tonight. 4-1 Florida Panther lead. Just under 6 to go. This coming all the way down the ice. Florida going to steal. Rodriguez bringing it right back in. He's going to stop. Pop. Blows the tire. Sends it around behind Freddie Anderson. Barkov going up. He's going to pick this one up. He loses his stick. Slavin going to work it aside. Makachuk up on him. And this comes all the way down the ice. Ekblad back to pick this one up. He's going to spin around. Spaghetti grilled cheese. There you go. I was waiting to see when spaghetti grilled cheese would come up. Carolina bringing this right back into the Panther zone. A good job breaking it up. Cats are just so difficult defensively right now. Bennett up the middle. Shoots. Anderson makes a save. He's going to dive on that one and get a freeze. 5:12 left to go. 5:12 left to go. Brad Marchand ejected from this one as he drops the gloves. He gets a game misconduct and a 4-minute penalty for roughing. Gostisbehere only picks up 2. Didn't expect to see that here tonight. There's hot and spicy Pringles. Ooh. Signature foot-long hot dogs. Easterbrook serves various foot-long hot dogs, including the Wonder Dog, topped with tomatoes, crispy onions, bacon, and chili cheese dog. Wow. You know, Darcy, I had my first chili cheese dog last year. Last year I had my first chili cheese dog, my first chili dog, and it was absolutely delicious. I mean, it was messy as could be, but it was so delicious. And nope, ship, absolutely not. What's normal? What's normal? Real Goose, how's it going? Really want the Canes versus Stars, but you might get neither. You might get neither. There's a very good chance of that. This is basically over. Good night. Yeah, Bradley, it's a tough one. Tough game one. Tough game one. Best food days are, it is Carnival. Yes, if you want to see some exciting foods that are done, check out Carnival Eats. There's a show, Carnival Eats. Man, some of the creations that come up at these carnivals are absolutely wild. Shane, how's it going? He's the last thing I was hoping for that passion tour. Oh, Shane, it would have been nice. Would have been so nice. Well, I'm going to bed. Congrats. Prep. Thank you, Prep, very much. We'll take it. We'll take it. Never heard of ketchup chips until my wife met my wife from Manitoba. Oh, ketchup chips are amazing. Really enjoy. You can't have it a lot. If you have it too much, you kind of lose it. But once in a while, so good. Jay, what's going on? Welcome in. Absolutely. Thank you, Mario. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Cats dominating, by the way. Go Cats. Go Cats. Go Cats. We got our Thunder Stick here. Thanks to our good friend Julie in the Corona Beach Club over at the Amarant Arena. Getting us the glow up, light up Thunder Sticks. Some Raleigh towels. All right, back from commercial break. Let's go. Off the draw. Here's a big blast. That's going to go just wide. Down in the corner. In front again, and they score! 5-1 Florida as Listerine says, good night, Prep. Oh, my goodness. More often than regular dogs. The Heartland of USA. Yeah, they were good. Real good. I appreciate that, Jay. Thank you very much. It's a new cut. I don't usually do this kind of style, but we let them kind of run with it, and it's all right. Product is starting to wear off a little bit, but we'll take it. Thank you. Oh, I just messed it up. Just messed it up. Oh, I'm making it even worse. Sam, stop touching your hair. It's all backwards. There we go. Got to fix that. Canes, yeah, Canes are still sleeping, but listen, they've been off for a while. So it's going to take them a minute or two to pick up the pace. My goodness. There we go. 6-1 could be. Will they pull the goaltender? Endless, how's it going? Welcome in. Do you like maple walnut ice cream? I do, John. Actually, there's a great restaurant called Scatterbush that has a great maple ice cream dessert, which is delicious. You finally changed your decades. Prep, I did. Decades old. You are very correct. Bringing this around. Carolina, backhand right on, and a nice save. Do you like hot chicken? Emily, I don't. I'm not a big hot, spicy food fan. Oh, did you say Scatterbush? Yes, I did, Dallas. Little Scatterbush. Chicken parm, anyone? We give shout outs to lots of places. Lots of places. There's actually a really good little place up in Woodbridge called Anna and Lucia's Tortorella. Anna and Lucia's. Really, really nice place. Absolutely, Dallas. Off the draw, Carolina, putting this one across. Long shot into the glove of Bobrovsky. 4:24 to go here in this period. J Sam looks like Mountain Dew man. Man, I haven't had a Mountain Dew in forever. I think I need to go get a Mountain Dew now. I went to Denny's years ago and had a maple bacon sundae. It was vanilla ice cream, goes with maple syrup and fresh bacon. Bacon on ice cream. Wow, that sounds unique. Gadovich is kind of getting mixed up here. We're getting some more penalties as Gadovich is getting mixed up here with Morrow. So Gadovich is going to head to the box. Too much pressure. Yeah, they've been putting a ton of pressure. Charlie, how's it? Charlie. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now you're going with the Long Island iced tea. There you go. So Gadovich in the box. Carolina's going to get another chance on the power play here. They have not been able to strike 0 for 3 with 7 shots. Have not been able to get one in. Oh, yeah. Here's a blast and a nice save here. Absolutely real good. It's a little caramel sauce and vanilla. Caramel on chocolate, even better. Love it. Try it. Wait a second. Wait. Mayo on pretzels? Mayo on pretzels? Raw. I've never even thought. I mean, I know a lot of people do mayo on fries, but mayo on pretzels? That's interesting. Jason, how's it going? This going to come across? Going to be knocked down? 4:05 to go. Lots of whistles now. Game is slowed down. Slowed right down. Yeah, I used to put mayo on my burgers, but I don't usually eat mayo anymore. 4:05 to go. 150 still in the power play. Tzatziki on pretzels, but the big soft New York pretzels. There you go. Here's a long shot. This going around wide again. Kane's going to hold it in. A lot of empty seats here. A lot of empty seats. Kane's across. Gostisbehere. Here's a shot. That one is blocked. Back to the point again. To Gostisbehere. Puts it in the high slot. A little dangle coming through. Back in front, and they score. Kane's going to put this one in. A nice little passing play in front. Going to make it 5-2. And there's a little bit of a pushing and shoving in front as Blake was pretty much inside the net when he deflected this one in. Have grilled cheese with mayo. It's interesting. So a nice passing play here. Pete, what's going on? We'll see your Oilers tomorrow. A little tipped in front, and then Ekblad comes over and just takes Blake down from behind. So a nice little return feed off of Blake. Ekblad drives in. Ekblad a little shot to the back of the head, a slash on the hands, and then a punch to the back of the neck. That is dirty. Don't like to see that. Ever since Marshy laid some wood, Panthers have been playing more aggressive. They've been picking it up. They have been picking it up. 5-2, 3:35 to go. Hey, the Canes did something the Leafs weren't able to do. Score 2 goals. Too soon? They're playing this one back around. Trying to get this one going. Carolina going to dump this one in again. Yeah, bejeweled. A lot of empty seats. A lot of empty seats. This coming around at the side. Carolina can't hold it in. Blake gets his 3rd goal of the playoffs on the power play. Jarvis going to get the lone assist. It's dumped in again right on Bobrovsky. And it's going to be 3 minutes. 3 minutes left to go. Take mayo over mustard every single time. All right, all right. They're going to go to commercial break. Tzatziki on burgers. Wow. I can see that, actually. I can see that. Welcome in, everybody. If you are just joining us for the conclusion of this hockey game, welcome in. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, hey, Mr. Buck, hit that thumbs up. We need 10 more to get to 200. Hit that like and make sure you hit that subscribe. We're going to be right back here tomorrow evening, just before 8 o'clock for Game 1 of the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars. That is going to be an interesting one. In fact, we have that game and both Game 2s already scheduled, so you can go over and set your reminders and hit your likes early on those games as well. But this one has been all Florida Panthers. And while the stat line isn't perfect, they are certainly getting the job done on the one that matters, and that's the goal scoring stat line. Refs are brutal tonight. They've been okay, Matthews. They've been okay. Other than that, one or two bad calls. For the most part, they've been okay. Endless, what's going on? I'm taking the Stars for game one. Taking the Stars. Interesting. I want to see how the Oilers are going to come out and play. They played some really good hockey in the last series. My fear is going to be the Oilers' goaltending. Is Picard going to be back? Is Skinner going to start? What are the Oilers going to do? The goaltending is what worries me. Ottinger is going to be solid. It's a goaltending situation that really, really worries me. Yes, Marchand is out. He was ejected with a 10-minute misconduct. Get Sam 10 streak and cheese subs. I love it. There we go. 1 like away. Who's going to put us over the top? Who's going to put us over the top? 1 thumbs up away. Off the draw. This one back in action. Coming in front, trying to shovel it through. They can't. Carolina back to the point. Little give and go. Putting it down low. Up top. Cross ice. Walker moving this puck. Here's a long shot. Far side. Gets blocked in front. Cat's going to flip this one out. Empty net. Carolina has pulled the tendy. It is an empty net. 2:40 left to go. Oilers should be worried about Rantanen. Yeah, Rantanen has been on a mission. A man on a mission. Here's Goss to spare. Long pass up into the zone. Canes need 3. They need 3 in 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Back to the line, putting this one across. Goss to spare, deking around Listerainen. Putting this back up top. Jarvis. Goss to spare. To Walker. Walker. He's going to pass this across. They need to start shooting. They have 2 minutes now. They need 3. Here's one. They put it wide. It's going to be held in at the boards. Just barely turned over to the Panthers. Florida. Reinhart. He passes it across. That one's knocked down. Svechnikov. He's going to bring this over. Jarvis going to get bumped. Florida steals again. They play this one out. 1:50 to go. This is going to be dumped right back in. Here come the Canes. Going to pick this one up. Jarvis in the corner. He's going to give it to Svechnikov. Svechnikov. Up top. Slavin. Across. Walker. Far side. Here's a shot. That's going to go high and wide again. This is going to come over. Yeah, he's fine. Not injured. Just got a misconduct. Behind the net again. 1:20 to go. 1:20 to go. Carolina in the corner. Going to cycle it back around. Chipping it in front. Here's a long shot. That one's going to go wide. Here's another shot. Big rebound. Florida getting it to the line. Not out. Keeping this one in. Here's a quick shot by Hall. That one is blocked. Last minute of play. Last minute of play. And Florida gets this one out. The Canes circling around at their own line. Going to bring this one up and over. And Florida going to knock it away. Back to the red line. Slavin, cross ice. The Canes going to dump this one in. They're going to kind of come across now. In the corner. Ginger, how's it going? Yeah, it's been a good game. It has been a wonderful game for the Panthers. Mikkola all over his man. Gotovich helping out. Roslovic getting this back to the line. Cross to Slavin. His shot is going to deflect way up. And it's going to go out of play. 27.1 seconds to go. Whoa. Really, really moving this one around. Excellent play. So we see it looks like Kathleen now hanging on to that third spot. Sweet in second. Stefan number 1. They're all actually tied with 300 XP. Kathleen, Sweet, and Stefan all tied with 300 XP. John and Griffin and Mega just outside of there. Who's going to hang on to take that top spot? Off the draw, bringing it around. Julie, how's it going? Thank you very much. And Julie, we got our thunder stick here. This is going to be a nice stop by Bobrovsky. 16.5 seconds left to go. Carolina wins in 5. Mark, you're going to take them in 5 after the lashing they took today. You think that's going to be motivation enough to turn them around? They're pushing. Bob is looking really nice. Off the draw, Kulikov going to play it up. Kane's holding it in, throwing it again on Bobrovsky. He's going to make that stop. Hang on to it.
It's just typical Florida, right? They don't mind defending.
Had them. Oh, I got you. Right. That makes sense. Had them in 4. Gotcha. I missed that early prediction. 11 seconds left to go. The droids are coming out. This is going to be flipped up in the corner. Cat's just going to look to hang on to this one. Schmidt around behind. The buzzer's going to go, and the Florida Panthers are going to be the winners and take game number 1 as we got a little conversation here at the whistle. The referee is very quickly going to separate them. Ace, how's it going? That's kind of my prediction as well. But this one is done. The Florida Panthers 5-2 take game number 1, and a big win it was indeed. This was absolutely huge. A wonderful win. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. If you haven't hit that subscribe, by the way, make sure you hit that subscribe on the way out. We'd appreciate it. We want to see you again real soon. Let's switch over and do a quick rundown. Let's do a quick rundown of the goal scorers in this hockey game. Taking a look at all started, it was Carter Verhaeghe, his 5th from Barkov and Tkachuk. Then it was Ekblad, his 3rd from Rodriguez. Sebastian Aho, first goal for Carolina, his 4th from Jarvis and Svechnikov. In the second period, it was Greer, his 2nd from Mikkola and Nosek. In the third period, Bennett on the power play, his 7th from Rodriguez and Verhaeghe. Lister-Reinen, his 4th from Nosek and Forsling. And then on the power play, Jackson Blake, his 3rd from Jarvis and Gostisbehere to make it 5-2. Oh, our stats didn't want to update. Let's try this again. Give it a little refresh. There we go. 33 shots for the Carolina Hurricanes, 20 shots for the Florida Panthers. 48-47 hits, pretty even. 42 faceoffs won, though, for Carolina, 28 for the Panthers. 60% in the faceoff circle for Carolina is huge. But like we saw in the Toronto series, doesn't matter how many you win if you can't score. Power plays, Florida goes 2 for 3. Carolina goes 1 for 4. 13 giveaways apiece. All right, it's slowed down. It was getting higher. 20 block shots for the Panthers, 17 for the Carolina Hurricanes. At the end of the day, this was a phenomenal back and forth game, but Florida Panthers were able to score when it mattered most, and they were able to put this one in. Good night, Sam. Take care. And yes, Dallas, Team Canada 5-3 over Sweden. What a heck of a game that was earlier today. Lots of good hockey on. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern time is when the Oilers and the Dallas Stars get going, which really means like 8:10. We'll be live well before 8 o'clock. Don't have any appointments tomorrow night, so just dinner, and then we will be live to hang out and keep this party going. I won't keep you around late tonight because tomorrow's going to be another late one. Every game right now is at 8 o'clock until Sunday when it's an afternoon game at like 2:30 or 3:30, something like that. But thank you, all the mods. Thank you so much. Appreciate what you do and help support us here on the channel. Thank you to all the gifters tonight. Thank you so much, Mega, AAU Triton, Ulysses. Thank you so much, Mark, for the huge C-spot. Thank you very much. Beverly, Mega, a couple of times, JDA, and Ulysses again. Thank you all very, very much. The super chats go a long way in helping us here on the channel, so we really appreciate it. Super Nintendo, what's going on? Hey, you made it late, but you still made it. Does it make you feel better that the Panthers destroyed the Hurricanes? No, not really. I still wish the Maple Leafs were in this hockey game, not going to lie. But hey, we'll take it. Florida Panthers put up the 1 spot. Good to see. Love the jersey, your Leafs jersey at Scotiabank. No, they're all up hanging in the closet. We hung up all the Leaf stuff until next year. But hey, this was a great game. Thank you again to all the mods, the donos tonight. Here are your 3 stars. Rodriguez, Verhaeghe, and Bobrovsky gets the top star. No doubt he was outstanding. Thank you to all of our channel members in general. Again, same as our donors. Really appreciate us. You help out with a lot of the bills on the channel. excuse me. Thank you to our Patreon members, our partner channel, the Florida Park Explorers. You got to make sure to check them out. They are amazing. And last but not least, thank you. Whether you're a channel member, a mod, whether you're subscribed or not, you're here, you're viewing along, and that means the world to me. We had such an amazing conversation in the second intermission, and I meant every word I said. If you know somebody who needs help and, with mental illness, please help them get the help they need. Be there for them. It will go a long way. Thank you all for doing what you do and being part of this community. We'll look forward to catching you tomorrow night. Until then, thank you and good night. You know what? We can't end this way. I got to hang out my friends over at the Amaranth Arena. Bro, what's going on? Florida isn't playing this year. They're just smashing teams. They're winning hockey games. That's what matters. I'm going to send it over to the Panthers squad. Take it away. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
You're watching the Samwell B12